For 50 years, Southern Sanitation has been managing the waste disposal needs of the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities, doing its part in helping keep the community clean. Call Southern Sanitation at 956-723-3333 and let us help you manage all your waste disposal needs. Southern Sanitation, celebrating 50 years of service.
Shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
baseball fans, and welcome back to the Palomino World Series, Day 3 here at Unitrade Stadium in Laredo, Texas. In the first game of the morning, we'll feature Youngstown, Ohio versus Meoqui, Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, the anthems have been played, the lineups have been turned in, and we're ready to go. Great Pony Palomino World Series baseball here. My colleague joining me in the booth for the color commentary, Jerry Medina III. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, Gene. It's a beautiful morning out here for some baseball.
Absolutely, about 86 degrees. Humidity is about 67%. We got no clouds in the sky to speak of, except the little whiffs that you see up there. But yesterday, as the game wore on, the first game of the night, we had a little storm pop up in the distance. And thanks to Southern America and one of our sponsors with a live Doppler radar, we were able to watch that storm come in, keep everyone posted, and sure enough, it caused a delay in the schedule as they stopped play for about 20 minutes, and then we got started. We had a little bit of rain, but the concern was lightning out in the distance, and as soon as it got in that 5-mile range, they decided to take a breather. So this morning features two teams who have lost a game and now are battling to stay in the tournament this morning. Last night's game between Azusa, California and Youngstown, Ohio, a good game. One error led to the victory for Azusa as a long fly ball was hit to left field, and the left fielder for Youngstown, unable to handle it, allowed the 2 runs to score that eventually led to the win. So this morning, Youngstown hopes to redeem itself, stay in the tournament, and continue for a shot at the title. Jerry, we've seen both these teams already. What do we expect out of these guys this morning?
Out of Youngstown, you're going to be expecting a nice coming out aggressive approach, swinging for the fences type of team. They did show a little bit of small ball yesterday, though, in their game against Azusa. Who knows what they'll do here this morning, as they've shown both sides of it. As for Meoqui, we saw them play one game here at Unitrade yesterday, and they showed off good bats, especially from their leadoff hitter Flores yesterday. He led off their game with a double against Azusa. But Azusa's pitching staff, James Rocha to be exact, kind of settled in and was kind of dominated right there for a bit against Meoqui. But Meoqui came back. They played a game at our what's it called? Our fields down for UISD, the SAC.
The Bill Johnson Student Activity Center.
Yes.
For UISD. Shout out to those folks at UISD, one of our sponsors, providing not only their facilities, but Danny Trevino and his crew providing the bus drivers that are shuttling these players to and from the hotels out to the restaurants and around town as they get themselves acclimated to our good city here in Laredo, Texas. Shout out to Laredo Convention and Visitors Bureau for making this possible as well, helping the teams get their hotel arrangements. Pony.org does a lot of that. Richard Rosas works with hotels group out of Dallas that helps put these rooms together, and they get a lot of support from the Convention and Visitors Bureau. City of Laredo, again, big sponsor. They help put all of this together as well, along with the County of Webb, providing financial support. And then our sponsors today, Southern Sanitation, who is our title sponsor for this broadcast. Southern American, the live Doppler radar, their sister company. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, our broadcast sponsor, and our box score sponsor, Advanced Spine Pain Solutions. Then we'll talk a little about Ringo's a little bit, because if you're in town, you need to go get some Ringo's Barbecue. Number 27, Andrew Corfield, the second baseman, facing off against the pitcher for Meoqui, Mexico, Cristian Muniz. Cristian Muniz on the mound for Meoqui, Mexico. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs, nobody on. Top of the order, top of the inning here in Game 1, Day 3, Pony Palomino World Series action at Unitrade Stadium. 1 ball, 1 strike, 87 miles an hour. Now, we had some pitchers yesterday throwing in the 90s. Let's see what happens today with some of these pitchers, especially if they're trying to stay in the tournament. Corfield looks, takes one in the dirt. Ball 2. The rain delay forced the last game last night to finish about 12:30, so the production crew a little weary, a little tired from last night. Back early this morning to provide you a nice, good, clean live stream free of charge, thanks to our sponsors. And that's a grounder to a shortstop. Picks it up over to first, and it sails over the head of number 30, the first baseman for Meoqui, Mexico, Alan Arizmendiz. Alan trying to get that as best he could, but that went sailing over his head. The shortstop, Esteban Renteria, with the errant throw. So, runner at first, Anthony Arachine, number 2, at the plate, takes ball 1. Arachine, the third baseman. Cannon for an arm, speed to boot, has a runner at first. 1 ball, no strikes here in the first inning of day 3 at Unitrade Stadium. Thank you to, and that's a foul ball, but they had a hit and run, and that ball went into.
I wish I got her camera out there.
Yep, went into the upper deck and almost got our camera girl. Thanks to our crew for all they've done throughout the weekend. 4 camera setup this year. Last year we ran 3. This year we're running 4. And we hope to keep improving this live broadcast for you. And again, it's free of charge on YouTube, the Pony channel. And that's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike to the batter, Arachine. Thanks to our sponsors, there is no paywall. And you can watch the game at LaredoPony.org or on YouTube /Laredo Pony. And the pitch, that's down low. 3 balls, 1 strike, runner at first. Nobody out here at the top of the first inning of the first game on day 3 of Pony Palomino World Series action. Feeling a little spry, got a good night's rest even though it was short. We've got a long day ahead of us today. We'll have 4 games brought to you. And Arachine walks to first. And so runners at second and first. And Ryan Pekatowski coming into the batter's box to face Cristian Muñiz, the pitcher for Meoqui, Mexico. Want to give a great shout out to our sponsor, nuestro patrocinador, el licenciado Joel González, abogado. Muchísimas gracias por su apoyo y por patrocinando esta transmisión aquí en vivo en Unitrade Stadium, la casa de los tecolotes de los dos Laredos. We got a ball, no strikes, nobody out, 2 runners on, top of the first inning. Pekatowski awaits the pitch from Muñiz. And that goes into left field, and that's going to hit the wall. And here comes 2 runs. Pekatowski hitting, they're going to hold the runner at third, so 1 will score. Pekatowski, a long fly ball double into left field, drives in run number 1 for Youngstown, Ohio.
Pekatowski shows another shot out there down to the left field line, as we saw 2 days ago as he went deep over the left field wall, and he almost about just did that there, but bounces one and caroms off the wall for an RBI double.
That's right. A couple of games ago, Pekatowski sent a screamer over the left field. And now we've got Kyle Gilson, the DH today. Gilson, the DH, number 24, facing Muñiz. Takes ball 1 from Muñiz. Runners in scoring position. Youngstown, Ohio leads 1-0, top of the first inning.
Looks like Mexico's going to play their infield in here, trying to protect the run, because they don't want this game to get away from them like it did yesterday against Azusa.
That's right. Kind of tried to keep it close. And he takes strike 1 from Muñiz. Gilson also having a good tournament this year. Runners in scoring position. The count 1-1, nobody out. Gilson at the plate, Muniz on the mound for Meoqui, Mexico. And that one hits the catcher, and it's underneath his feet and having a hard time finding it.
What a block right there by the catcher from Mexico.
Lost it in the ground for a second, though. A little chicken dance, but he was able to find it.
Like we said yesterday, those masks, they're good protective equipment, but the peripheral vision is not going to be there.
Yep, and so 2 balls, 1 strike. Gilson at the plate, Muniz on the mound, 2 runners on in scoring position. And there goes Gilson. And that's going to be foul ball down the left field line. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runners at third and second. Youngstown leading 1-0. A double hit to the left field wall by Pekatowski. Gilson in the batter's box. Muniz on the mound. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the catcher stands up, says, "Give me a sec," as I wait to resolve something here.
Looks like he's probably talking to his infield here about the situation on what's going to happen. Can't really make it out, though, as they didn't really use hand signals there.
Yep.
Oh, now he's going to
Now
go
we
talk
saw
to his
some
pitcher.
technology from one of the teams, right? Who was
Yes, it was Youngstown, actually, yes.
Is that right? They had the
They have a little pitch comm system when they're in a little watch that they get. Tells them the pitch. So like that, when there's a runner on second, it looks like they won't be able to relay the signs back to their batter. Like that. Makes it a lot simpler and easier.
I bet it does. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runners in scoring position. Gilson in the box. Muniz on the mound. And it's shot to first base.
Oh, Pekatowski's going to get caught right here. Run him back to second, and they're all going to be safe. Not after a good play right there by number 30, Aramindis.
Arismindis doing a good job of holding the runners with 1 out, forcing the out at first, and then running down Pekatowski, who was halfway to third base when he realized, uh-oh, I better get back. Number 9, Miles Peeler, the shortstop, in the box against Cristian Muniz, the right-hander for Meoqui, Mexico. That one's in the dirt.
Oh.
And again, that one bounced off the plate. This time it gets Blue, and Blue's going to take a minute to think that over.
Lucky break right there from Mexico as it hits the umpire to keep that ball going all the way to the back of the backstop. And
Yep.
we've seen a couple runs score that way. As for Youngstown, that's how they tied it up last night.
I'm sure the umpire doesn't appreciate being the pre-backstop.
I don't think no one does. Looks like he's in a little bit of pain right there. Maybe hit him right between that thigh and hip bone, where they're missing a little bit of the padding.
Yep, very little padding or no padding at all. But he's taking a minute to gather his senses as he talks to the Youngstown coach. Youngstown going over there giving him how many fingers? How many fingers do you see? Umpire says, I'm good. Just give me a second here. Let me catch my breath. The pitch coming right off of the plate, right into the umpire. And we're ready to go. Back at it. Nicely done, shaking that off. The catcher for Meoqui, Mexico, Irvin Carrillo, the catcher. Batting for Youngstown, Ohio, number 9, Miles Peeler. Pitching for Meoqui, Mexico, Cristian Muniz. Runners at third and second. 1 out, 1 ball. 2 balls with that one. That bounces up again as well. Muniz, who has good speed, has put his breaking balls into the ground. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Runners at third and second. Miles Peeler at the plate. Muniz on the mound. Bright, sunny Sunday morning here in Laredo, Texas. And that one is down for ball 3. Great baseball action all week, both here and at the UISD Student Activity Center. Plus the Bronco World Series, the 12U playing at the Benavides Sports Complex all weekend long. Muniz fires, that's high, and he's going to walk Peeler. So Peeler goes to first, and we've got bases loaded here at the top of the first inning. First game of the day, day 3 of Pony Palomino World Series action, live from Unitrade Stadium, brought to you by Southern Sanitation, our title sponsor, Southern American Live Doppler Radar, privately owned Live Doppler Radar, and Laredo Sports Medicine, our broadcast sponsor. LSMC, as they're affectionately known here in Laredo, Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, and the windup from Muniz. And that's strike 1 to Jeremy Haig. Haig, the the right fielder, wearing the number 5 jersey, facing Muniz, the right-hander. Haig, the left-hander. Bases loaded, 1 out, 1 strike. And he takes strike 2 from Muniz, who is settling in here, trying to keep this game from having the floodgates open with bases loaded. 0-2 the count, only 1 out. Haig, the left-hander, Muniz, the right-hander, top of the first. 1 run has already scored, and Muniz winds and throws, and that one goes into right field, way up there.
Infield fly right there into effect.
Yep.
As the hitter will be automatically out there, and the runners could advance at their own discretion.
And I got to tell you, the sun is blaring right into my window, and as soon as I saw that go up, I thought it was headed into right field, but it was shallow and picked up by the second baseman. So I'm going to adjust my eyesight here.
Looks like there's already going to be a mound visit here in the first inning by Mexico.
Coach Carrasco, el técnico, el gerente, el entrenador, Carrasco, for the team from Mexico, walking to the mound. Queremos darle un saludo a nuestro gran amigo, el licenciado Joel González, abogado, patrocinador del equipo de México, de Meoqui, México. Muchísimas gracias por su apoyo. Aquí patrocinando la transmisión en vivo de Unitrade Stadium. Saludos a todos nuestros amigos de Meoqui, México. Nuestro vecino al sur aquí de Laredo, Texas. Hemos tenido gran relaciones con nuestros amigos de México por muchos años jugando béisbol aquí en la casa de los tecolotes de los 2 Laredos. Liga Mexicana Nacional, aquí juegan en Laredo y también en Nuevo Laredo en el Parque La Junta. Regresamos a la acción. Number 7, Thomas Krapowski in the batter's box against Muniz with bases loaded and 2 outs. And foul ball into the upper deck. And that one's going to stay up there. Maintenance crew will get themselves a little trophy.
Maintenance crews guys probably got buckets of nice baseballs.
They probably do. I would imagine so. Muniz on the mound facing Krapowski, the right-hander, with bases loaded. 0-1 the count, 2 outs, top of the first inning. And that one's in the dirt. 1-1 the count. 1 run has already scored, and the bases are loaded, and Krapowski looking to drive in some additional runs here in the top of the first inning. Game number 1, Sunday morning, day 3, Pony Palomino World Series action. Live Doppler radar shows and clear out there, and that's a shot, and that one is going to go right to left fielder. Nice stab. And Youngstown strands 3, but they get 1 across the plate, and they lead here in the middle of the first inning, 1-0. And we'll be right back, and we'll thank our sponsors who are bringing to you this transmission free of charge, no paywall. YouTube, Laredo Pony. For 50 years, Southern Sanitation has been managing the waste disposal needs of the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities, doing its part in helping keep the community clean. Call Southern Sanitation at 956-723-3333 and let us help you manage all your waste disposal needs. Southern Sanitation, celebrating 50 years of service.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
And we're back live here, bottom of the first inning. First batter for Meoqui, Mexico, Luis Flores, the center fielder, will be facing the right-hander Carter Wilson for Youngstown, Ohio. And that's inside, strike one, right on that corner. Flores letting that go by. First batter here, Luis Flores. Carter Wilson on the mound. And delivers ball one. 1-1 the count.
Well, looks like Carter Wilson's going to be working quick right here as he hops back on the rubber as soon as he catches that ball back.
Yeah. And Wilson winds and throws. And that's strike two. Youngstown leads here in the bottom of the first. 1-0. On a long fly double into the wall, and that one's foul ball. Third baseman Anthony Anacini, and we have a name correction. Thank you to Matthew Anacini for making that correction for us. And if it's pronounced a different way, Matthew, please let us know. Glad you're watching this morning. We've got at least strike three. Flores is fanned by Carter Wilson for out number one here in the bottom of the first inning. Youngstown, Ohio, great pitching crew for Youngstown. Carter Wilson, one of those. And stepping up to the plate, number 55, Julian Rios. Rios in right field for Meoqui, Mexico. Facing the right-hander Carter Wilson from Youngstown, Ohio, as they lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. And that one goes right down the middle, right past Wilson into center field for a base hit. Rios on first, number 99, Luis Rascon is coming into the batter's box. Rascon, the second baseman for Meoqui, Mexico, getting his signals from his coach. Gotta love the sportsmanship and the respect from the players as they touch gloves, fist bump, as they come into the batter's box with the ump and the catcher. Ball one out, runner at first, bottom of the first. Youngstown 1, Meoqui, trailing here with a runner on, and Luis Rascon.
Jose or Julian?
And there goes the runner.
Nice play right there by Anacini as he checks the runner at second. Make sure he doesn't try advancing to third. And he
That's
gets
right.
the 5-3 put out.
Nice play there by Anacini. And we'll say that name 1,000 times this morning just to make sure we get it right and allow for the correction. Again, sometimes when we get these scorecards, the writing looks like something the doctor would send over to the pharmacist. Pharmacist looks and says, I don't know what to give you. I can't read this. Number 30, Alan Arismendiz. Arismendiz playing first base. Jugando primera base, Arismendiz. Alan bateando contra Carter Wilson, el lanzador para Youngstown, Ohio. Wilson looks in, looks over, winds and throws, and that's a strike.
Paints the outside corner right there to get him up, go down to the count 0-2.
0-2, 86 mile an hour fastball that went there. 0-2, 2 outs, runner at second, and the pitch, not quite there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here in the bottom of the first, with Youngstown leading 1-0 over Meoqui, Mexico. Day 3 of Pony Palomino World Series live from Laredo, Texas. The throw, that's a foul ball. That's going to go into the parking lot. Unitrade Stadium here on high ground right next to the Laredo International Airport. Carter Wilson on the mound. And Arismendiz.
Looks like the umpire wore one again right there, a little bit to the little face mask.
Took a hard swing, foul tipped that right to the face mask. Now we saw that yesterday with or Friday night when one of the players took one into the face mask on Friday and had his bell rung and had to sit out for the rest of the day. Checked in on opening ceremonies and had a chance to visit with the young man, Aranda, who had recovered nicely and continued on in the tournament. Arismendiz on in the batter's box. Carter Wilson on the mound. Runner at second. And that's a ball. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Runner at second. 2's all the way around. And it looks like the coach is saying, swing away. 2-2, 2 outs. Runner at second. And that's straight up in the air here by first base. First baseman gently getting under it. And out number 3, captured there by Ryan Pekatowski. And that ends the inning. 1-0 Youngstown, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to Pony Palomino World Series action live from Laredo, Texas, Unit Trade Stadium. Top of the second inning, number 4, Noah Troggio in the batter's box. Cristian Muniz pitching for Meoqui, Mexico. And that's fouled into the net.
A little half-hearted swing right there by Troggio. Hits the little foul ball back into the net. Muniz gets ahead in the count here. No balls, 1 strike.
Sure, the umpire appreciates not being the backstop anymore. He's got dinged a couple times already.
Hey, those don't feel too good.
They never do. 1 run scored so far. That's a strike. 1-1 the count. Youngstown taking the early lead in the opening frame of day 3, first game of the day here at Pony Palomino World Series action, brought to you by Southern Sanitation. And that one was a strike. Right into the catcher's glove. Dropped it, picked it up, tossed him out at first.
Good pitch right there by Muniz to settle, to take down Troggio right there to get the punch out. Nice throw by the catcher on the drop third strike.
Number 18, Todd Jones, the catcher for Youngstown, Ohio. Cristian Muniz on the mound. Our Southern American live Doppler radar says it's about 87 degrees out there right now. 66% humidity. Winds coming out of the south, 2 miles an hour. So not much of a breeze out there. Bright sunny day here in Laredo, Texas. That one is down low. 1-1 the count. 1 out here in the top of the second inning with Youngstown leading Meoqui, Mexico. Shout out to our good friend, the attorney, Licenciado Joel Gonzalez, who's a sponsor for the Meoqui, Mexico team. Also helping us provide a free transmission live on YouTube/Laredo Pony. No paywall. And in the era of paid subscriptions, this is a nice welcome break. Oh, inside. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the second inning, Youngstown leading 1-0 over Meoqui, Mexico. In day 3, Pony Palomino World Series action. Cristian Muniz on the mound. Todd Jones in the batter's box. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So a full count for Todd Jones. 1 out. I don't know that I've seen Todd Jones in the lineup in previous games. He may have. I didn't see. I'll look at the old rosters and see if he was in the game.
Ooh, gets him again right here. Fools him. Got a little half-hearted check swing. Umpire says he goes around.
And so that's out number 2.
Back-to-back strikeouts here for Muniz. See if he can make it 3 and get the trifecta.
Muniz, the tall right-hander for Meoqui, Mexico. Saludos a nuestro amigo el licenciado Joel González, abogado y patrocinador del equipo de Meoqui, México, de la República. And that's a shot into center field, and that's out number 3. Andrew Corfield. Let's see, who knocked that one out there? Was that Corfield?
Looks to be Andrew Corfield.
I don't know. Nope. I think that was the pitcher. That's the pitcher, Carter Wilson? No, we'll get that right in a second. I'll tell you, I'm going to track him from my vantage booth here. Yep, it was Andrew Corfield. Andrew Corfield flying out for the final out. Then we'll be right back.
For 50 years, Southern Sanitation has been managing the waste disposal needs of the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities, doing its part in helping keep the community clean. Call Southern Sanitation at 956 723 3333 and let us help you manage all your waste disposal needs. Southern Sanitation, celebrating 50 years of service.
Excuses here for the delay, as we got Carter Wilson here on the mound. We're pitching to number 10, Rogelio Mata. As Wilson delivers the pitch, chops one over to second base. Corfield gets it. Throws it on over nice and easy to Pekatowski at first base for the 4-3 putout. That's for out number 1 here for Youngstown, Ohio. Good hustle right there by the catcher, Todd Jones, to go over there and cover the throw in case it got by Pekatowski. As here comes up the second batter of the inning for Meoqui, Mexico, number 9, Julian Medrano.
Medrano playing the left field position for Meoqui, Mexico. And Carter Wilson on the mound for Youngstown with 1 out, 1 strike.
Drops one over to the third baseman. Kapowski throws on over. Nice. Anthony, on third to Pekatowski.
So, Anthony Anacchini, or Anachine, I don't know. Somebody kind of needs to let us know. Matthew, I know you're watching. Let us know. Saludos a todos nuestros amigos de México viendo esta transmisión en vivo. Nuestro querido México, no vemos nadie que esté haciendo comentarios. A ver si se despierta el pueblo. Saludos a todos. Alejandro Renteria in the batter's box. And that grounds right back to Carter Wilson, who gingerly walks over, hands it to Kapowski. And that is out number 3. And that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 for Meoqui, Mexico. Youngstown returns to the plate here in the top of the 3rd inning. We'll be right back.
And here we go. Start of the top of the third inning. Leading off for Youngstown is going to be the two-hole hitter, Anthony Anacchini. As Muniz delivers the pitch, strike one at 71 miles an hour.
And that sun is getting awfully bright here, reflecting off the glass. As I try to put my hands as a visor here to see through this window. Cristian Muniz on the mound, Anacchini in the batter's box, and he takes a ball. 1-1 the count. 85-mile-an-hour pitch there from Muniz. So let me tell you about Ringo's Barbecue. If you're here in town, head on over to Ringo's Barbecue, home of legendary barbecue and the Tombstone Challenge. The Tombstone Burger is 2 half-pound patties, cheese, bacon, brisket, sausage, topped with all the trimmings and a fried egg. If you get that, you're a daisy if you do. Muniz winds and throws, and Anacchini takes strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the third inning, Youngstown leading 1-0 over Meoqui, Mexico. And if you tell them at Ringo's that you're here with Pony, use code PONY10, P-O-N-Y 10, for 10% off your order. All right, we got a full count here. The leadoff batter for Youngstown, Ohio, Anthony Anacchini. Full count. Muniz on the mound, trying to register his first out of the inning. And that is 3 for Anacchini. Out he goes. 1 out. Top of the third. 1-0 Meoqui, Mexico. And number 6, Ryan Pekatowski, the tall first baseman, walks into the batter's box to face the tall right-hander from Meoqui, Mexico, Cristian Muniz, with 1 out, nobody on. Here in the top of the third inning, game 1, day 3, Pony Palomino World Series.
Pekatowski's been swinging a hot stick this tournament in his first 2 games. Comes in here, he already drove in a double for an RBI.
That's right. Already had 1 shot out into left field. Takes ball 2 from Muniz. Radar from Southern American showing a nice, crisp, clear day for the most part. 90 degrees already and climbing. 61% humidity. Winds are out of the south, gingerly, about 4 miles an hour. Not much of a breeze. Muniz delivers a strike to Pekatowski. Now, Pekatowski looked at that and said, that didn't look like a strike to me. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Youngstown, Ohio leading Meoqui, Mexico here at Unitrade.
Oh.
And that one hits the turf before it hits the backstop.
Like to be a little 48-footer.
Yeah, a little short on that one. Next game at 11:30. We'll tell you who that's going to be shortly. Thank you to our sponsors, Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, Licenciado Joel González, abogado, patrocinador del equipo de México, sponsor of the Mexico team, who was added to our sponsor list for the first time this year, along with Ringo's Barbecue. Muniz on the mound, Pekatowski in the box. They'll wind up the throw, and Pekatowski knocks another one to third base here. And that throw is on time and on line, out number 2. And so 2 outs here in the top of the third inning with Youngstown leading Meoqui, Mexico 1-0. We'll give a shout out to our good friends from the city of Laredo who, without their financial support and the use of their facilities, this would not be possible. The County of Webb, the Honorable Judge Donald Tijerina Also, he and his commissioner's court, Commissioner John Galen, Rosado Wabi Tijerina, Gilbert Gonzalez, and
Look to be a ball upstairs.
Richie Jaime, sponsoring this tournament as well. The Laredo Convention and Visitors Bureau. The left-hander in the box, Kyle Gilson, number 24, has 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here at the top of the third. Nobody on, with a 1-run lead over Mexico. Cristian Muniz on the mound. And the pitch, and that's a strike. 2-1 the count. Thank you again to United Independent School District for the use of their facilities, the Bill Johnson Student Activity Center, where some of the games have been played, for Pony Palomino, and for their transportation. Stellar job by Danny Trevino and his crew. Swing and a miss by Gilson, strike 2, 2-2. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Bus drivers carting our players safely from hotel to restaurants, hotel to baseball field, and back. Working into the wee hours yesterday as the game ran long. Gilson, the left-hander, in the box. Muniz on the mound, and the pitch is high for ball 3. Full count with 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the third inning. Pony Palomino World Series coming to you live from Unitrade Stadium in Laredo, Texas. And I see a couple folks from Mexico have joined us on YouTube. Bienvenidos a la transmisión en vivo del juego de béisbol entre. And Gilson shoots one into the gap between third and shortstop. The shortstop stretched out trying to make that grab, unable to do so. And that's the first hit of the inning for Youngstown. Puts a runner at first with number 9, Miles Peeler, the shortstop, coming to the plate. Cristian Muniz on the mound. Runner on first. 1 run scored so far this game. 2 outs. Peeler at the plate. And he takes strike 1 from Muniz.
Looks like this pitcher from Mexico, Muniz, is really liking his breaking ball right now. He's been throwing it for the majority of this inning. See how he does here to Peeler. See if he continues that strategy.
Could be his go-to pitch. Peeler also having a really good series. Strong at the plate. Exceptional at shortstop. Good defensive plays by Peeler. And Muniz looks intently and throws. And that's going to be a ball. So 1-1 the count with 2 outs, runner at first. And our folks from nuestro querido Mexico coming online. Ya se levantaron, ya se despertaron nuestros vecinos de México. Bienvenidos a la transmisión en vivo aquí en YouTube. And that's inside strike 2.
Good pitch right there on the inside corner. Peeler giving a little bit of a
That's
iffy
right.
call, but at the end of the day, it's up to the umpire's discretion. He's in that uniform, and we are not.
That's right. We're sitting in the press box in the air-conditioned room. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. Top of the third inning, 1-0 here at Pony Palomino World Series action between Youngstown, Ohio.
Looks like Peeler's saying that he foul-tipped it, as the catcher is just going to nonchalantly throw it on over to first for the drop third strike.
And that's out number 3 as well, Jerry. So it looks like the side has been retired. That was a little confusing
that
play there.
Looks like Peeler thought he might have tipped it a little bit there. Umpire saying, no, you did not tip that. You better either run on over or get tagged out.
Okay, take the out. And the out was what was the result. So at the end of 2.5. At the end of 2.5, Youngstown 1, Meoqui, Mexico 0. We'll be right back. And leading off here in the bottom of the third, Esteban Renteria, number 21, takes the first pitch as a ball. Carter Wilson on the mound for Youngstown in the bottom of the third, leading Meoqui, Mexico 1-0. 2 balls, no strikes for the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the third inning. Esteban Renteria. Saludos a nuestros amigos de Saucillo, Chihuahua, México. Muchísimas gracias. Aquí apoyando su equipo de México. Carter Wilson throws ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, nobody out, nobody on. Top of the third inning. La tercera entrada. Aquí en Laredo, Texas. Unitrade Stadium. El estadio y la casa de los tecolotes de los dos Laredos. También juegan en la Junta en Nuevo Laredo, pero aquí principalmente en Unitrade también juegan. Carter Wilson winds up and throws, and that one goes right over the second baseman into right center field for the first hit of the day for Meoqui, Mexico. So runner at first, nobody out, bottom of the third, number 66, Irvin Carrillo. Irvin Carrillo steps it to the plate to face the right-hander, Carter Wilson, for Youngstown, Ohio. And that's a little grounder to back to the pitcher. Out number 1, but the runner advances. Nice sacrifice there by Meoqui, Mexico to advance the runner. So with 1 out, we have a runner at second. And number 27, the top of the order, Luis Flores, walks up to the plate in hopes of tying up this game with a runner in scoring position. Flores, the center fielder for Meoqui, Mexico, belts one into center field. The center fielder getting that, and he's under it, and there's going to be a play.
Tag. Slides in there safely.
Good job by the base runner getting a speedy jump to get over to third base. As soon as that ball hit that glove, he was on his horse, headed to third base and safe. So with 2 outs, we have a runner at third, and number 55, Julián Ríos, el bateador para Meoqui, México, se prepara a dar batalla con el lanzador de Youngstown, Ohio, Carter Wilson. Carter Wilson on the mound, Rios in the batter's box, takes ball 1. 2 outs. Bottom of the third inning, runner at third. Youngstown clinging to a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. And Rios takes strike 1 from Carter Wilson. Saludos a nuestros amigos de Meoqui, Chihuahua. Carter Wilson. Swing and a miss by Rios for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at third. Pony Palomino World Series action here at Unitrade Stadium in Laredo, Texas, as Carter Wilson winds and delivers, and that one is into right field, and the right fielder unable to get it. That's going to roll all the way to the back of the
wall. It gets all the way to the fence.
And it looks like
it's going to be an inside the park home run. Throw at the plate. He's in there safely. A little bit of a stumble right there. Looks like it's a clean play, though. Inside the park home run there for Julián Ríos.
So Julián Ríos drives in 2 runs as he dives into home plate for an infield home run. That ball getting past the right fielder and then rolling all the way to the bullpen gate in right field. And Ríos running the speedy race around the bags, dives into home for Run number 2.
I thought for a second the right fielder had made a snag.
So did I. And again, it's that glare coming off this window that kind of impedes our ability to see the minutia, the detail, as that one rolled all the way to the bullpen door in right field. 2 outs here. And that one hits the batter number 99, Luis Rascon, on the foot, top of the foot, and then rolls back to the netting. So runner at first, 2 outs. Meoqui, Mexico now leads Youngstown, Ohio, 2-1. In what can only be described as a perfectly hit fly ball into right field along the first baseline that rolled all the way to the bullpen. That one is low and inside, and number 30, Alan Arizmendiz. Carter Wilson on the mound, Arizmendiz at the plate. Runner at first, 2 outs, 2-1 here. Meoqui, Mexico leading on the strength of a infield home run by Julian Rios. I'm sorry. Yeah, by Julian Rios.
Perfectly placed right there into the right field corner. Couldn't get more perfect than that for him.
And that's a foul ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd inning, and Meoqui, Mexico takes the lead 2-1 here. Runner at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Arizmendiz. Number 30. The first baseman for Mexico. And Ohio's pitcher, Carter Wilson, trying to just keep it here at 2 runs. Looks to close out the inning as he winds up and delivers. And that one is going to drop into the glove of the center fielder, Noah Truggio, for out number 3. So we'll be right back as Mexico takes the lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the 3rd, and we go to the top of the 4th.
And we're back here for the action as Muniz toes the rubber still for Meoqui, Mexico, facing left-handed hitter for Youngstown, Ohio,
Jeremy Haig.
Jeremy Haig. See how Muniz attacks Haig right here. See how Haig wants to get on base, find a way on.
So at top of the fourth here, Meoqui now leads 2-1. Haig knocks one out into right field. Leadoff batter for Youngstown is now on first base.
That was a hard hit ball right there by Jeremy Haig through the fourth on a line. Gets out there to the right fielder pretty quick.
Yep, and so number 7, Thomas Krapowski comes up to the plate to face Muniz, the starter here, who has gone 3 full innings, and now faces Krapowski. And that's fouled into the backstop. Krapowski showing bunt, trying to play a little small ball. Vance his runner. And it's warming up a little bit, 92 degrees, winds out of the southwest, 7 miles an hour. Live Doppler radar brought to you by Southern American, privately owned live Doppler radar, only one in the U.S. Now collaborating with the city of Laredo. And that one gets past the catcher. And Jeremy Haig advances to second base on that errant pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Runner at second. The tying run now in scoring position with Krapowski in the batter's box. And let's see what Youngstown, Ohio tells its young batter what to do here in this situation with a runner at second, trailing Meoqui, Mexico by 1 run with nobody out. 1-1 the count to Krapowski. Cristian Muniz on the mound, checks over to see Haig at second, and then delivers. And that one goes into the dirt, and Haig scooches right over to third base.
Youngstown's threatening here in the top of the 4th inning.
And I just used the word scooch. That's a Midwestern term. Folks from Ohio might recognize that one. Not typical of a South Texas lingo. Scooch on over. And the broadcast being brought to you by Southern Sanitation. Our good friends at the Laredo Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, also big supporters. And that's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Krapowski with a runner at third, nobody out, trailing 1-2 here. Youngstown, Ohio, top of the 4th inning on a bright sunny day in Laredo, Texas. Krapowski at the plate. Muniz delivers a high fastball, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes with runner Jeremy Haig at third. Krapowski at the plate. Muniz on the mound trying to tie this game as they look to stay alive in the tournament. Both these teams having lost 1 game. And that one gets past, this one gets past the catcher, and then the catcher can't get past the umpire. And unable to make a play at home, Youngstown ties the game 2-2. Krapowski now at first base with nobody out. And number 4, Noah Troggio, stepping into the batter's box. Matthew, yeah, we couldn't agree more. What a game. Love great baseball here in Laredo, Texas. Matthew Anacine from Youngstown, Ohio, commenting on our YouTube feed here as Troggio takes strike 1. Nobody out, runner at first, 2-2 the score. And Muniz delivers an 82-mile-an-hour pitch on that last one. 0-1 the count to Troggio. Day 3, game number 1, and there goes the runner, and that one gets past the catcher as well.
Krapowski rounds second hard as the ball gets past the catcher here. But he's going to head back and walk backwards and back into second.
Irving Carrillo, the catcher for Meoqui, Mexico.
Muñiz had a couple of those this game, though, where he bounces in front of his catcher, and that dirt is not as forgiving as you would think.
That's right. That is absolutely right. So Irving Carrillo doing his level best to try to keep that ball in front of him. Has Trojo standing in front of him as well. And Trojo hits one over the first base.
Stays fair.
It's fair. And that one is fair. And Trojo.
It's the RBI double.
RBI double. Stand-up double there.
Put it right into the perfect spot, flared it over the first baseman, and it rose down to the fence right there down the first base line.
Yep. So that will add the extra run to Youngstown, Ohio. So now that it's 3-2, they've recaptured the lead here in the top of the fourth inning. Number 18, Todd Jones, steps in to the batter's box with Cristian Muñiz still on the mound after 3 1/3 inning. And Jones tries to bunt that one. And again, that ball keeps bouncing off of Irving Carrillo. He keeps it in front of him this time, but he's had a couple of them get past him. And so now the coach for Mexico walks to the mound. El director, el gerente, el técnico, Carrasco, approaches his pitcher. Tener una plática aquí con sus jugadores.
Equipo.
Con todo el equipo. Todo, no nos faltan los
Banca.
del campo, no, los de la banca están sentaditos. We're joined here by our good friend from Game Changer, Hector. Hector, the noisy neighbor next door, pounding the walls and
Scratching at them.
He's there by himself. Usually when we're at Veterans Field, he's in the same box with us, so we get to clown around a little bit more. But this time they've got him locked in a room all by himself. Padded cell, that is, to keep him from going crazy over there. But he'll come into our box here at Radio A and grab some snacks, head back over.
Yep, that's right.
Hector, thank you for joining us. Number 18, Todd Jones at the plate, runner at second, nobody out, 1 ball so far, as Muñiz gets ready to fire one in after having a conversation with Coach Carrasco.
There is action down at the Mexico bullpen, as there looks to be a right-hander getting loose out there. See, that plays into a count here into this game.
And so now that we've got action in the bullpen, let's see what happens. And that's bunted foul.
Nice little catching the ground ball right there in the on-deck circle by Corfield.
Corfield with a good glove, the golden glove for Youngstown, Ohio. So Youngstown leads 3-2 here in the top of the fourth inning. 2 runs have been scored here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at second. Todd Jones at the plate. Muñiz on the mound. Day 3, game number 1, Pony Palomino World Series. And that one hits the dirt, and Carrillo's able to keep that one in front of him. Irving Carrillo trying to do his fair level best to keep those pitches that are bouncing in front of him.
He's doing a really good job back there considering how many have gone. Yeah, you can block a lot, but if there's more that keeps on coming, you're eventually going to let some get by.
Yep. Southern American live Doppler radar says it's about 93 degrees now. So the temperature is rising as the sun rises overhead here in Laredo, Texas. It is 10:16 Central Time. For those watching in Youngstown, Ohio, I think we're in the same time zone. And that's a strike from Muñiz to Todd Jones. Jones playing catcher for Youngstown, Ohio, number 18. Has a runner at second. They lead 3-2. Has a 2-2 count with nobody out here in the top of the fourth inning. Live Pony Palomino World Series action from Laredo, Texas. And that one is low. Ball 3. So full count to Todd Jones with a runner at second. as they try to add a few more runs to the scoreboard here for Youngstown, Ohio, having recaptured the lead here in the top of the fourth. As they try to stay alive, they're in the losers bracket. I don't like using that term. This is the team that's lost a game. And Muniz gets Todd Jones out number one recorded here. And coming to the plate, number 27, the second baseman, Andrew Corfield, comes to the plate. Corfield facing Muniz. Has already seen him, has probably made his adjustments, and he's ready to go, trying to drive that run in that is sitting at second base. High fastball from Muniz. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner at second, 3-2, top of the fourth inning. The game brought to you by Linedecker Construction, builders of fine facilities like this one and the new sports complex Buena Vista. If you're making a trip to World Series next year, that's where we're going to be playing. Phenomenal 10-field complex with soccer fields and multi-purpose fields, jogging tracks, and eventually water park and a few other things that are go with it. Linedecker Construction heading up that project, brought to you by the City of Laredo. Muniz, with 1 out, has 1 ball to Corfield, and Corfield fouls that into the net. 1-1 the count. Runner at second. 2 runs already scored this inning. Youngstown leads by 1, 3-2 here in the top of the fourth inning. Shout out to Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, sports, orthopedics, and therapy. Great doctors, Dr. John Puig, Dr. Miguel Solis over at Laredo Sports Medicine. My good friend Jacob Puig, the CEO of that organization. Fine family, the Puig family here in Laredo, Texas. And Ringo's Barbecue, legendary barbecue and burgers. The Doc Holiday, another delicious burger, and some great sides go with that barbecue. Mac and cheese, potato salad. I'm hungry already. Christian Muniz on the mound. Corfield at the plate to wind up the delivery, and that one is high, and Corfield heads to first base. And approaching the batter's box after Corfield is Anthony Anacini. Anacini, the left-hander, facing Muniz, the right-hander, will have runners at second and first with 1 out as he hopes to extend the lead here for his Youngstown, Ohio team. Youngstown, beautiful town. I have a family member that used to live there. And that's high. Ball 1. Great automotive town. Manufacturing town, yep. Part of that big Rust Belt, the Midwest. Great state of Ohio. Home of our Vice President, J.D. Vance. On the mound, Muniz delivers ball 2.
Does get a trigger, though, out of Anacini. He thought about it for a little bit.
Yep. Patiently waiting for the right pitch with 2 runners on. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. 1-run lead for Youngstown, Ohio. Meoqui, Mexico. Shout out to our good friend, Licenciado Joel Gonzalez, abogado, patrocinando esta transmisión en vivo.
Ooh, good
And
pitch.
that's a strike. 2-1 the count. Nicely thrown.
There's Muniz again going with that breaking ball. He's been throwing for a strike a lot. Seems to be that go-to pitch we were talking about earlier.
That's right. So 2 runners on here. 1 at second, 1 at first. Anacini in the box. Muniz on the mound. Youngstown leading 1 by 1 run. 3-2 here. In a game brought to you by Advanced Spine Pain Solutions. And that one is a strike. So he evens the count 2-2 with one out. And let's see what Anacini has got to bring to this party as he tries to add to the lead that they currently have over Meoqui, Mexico. Shout out to our friends, the Rosas family, Rotex Trucking, Andy's Mobility, Andy's Auto Air, and Sunbelt Air Conditioning. And that one gets past Irving Carrillo as well. And with a full count, runners move into scoring position with Anacini at the plate, hoping to drive in a few runs here at the top of the fourth inning at day 3, game number 1 of the morning. From Unitrade Stadium, home of the Tecolotes of los Dos Laredos, the Bad Hombres documentary that is on Netflix is about the Tecolotes of los Dos Laredos. And that's a foul tip. The Tecolotes play in the Mexican National League, and they are the only team that is an international cross-border team. They play some of their home games here at Unitrade and some of their home games in Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, Mexico, at La Junta Park, where I used to go watch baseball games as a young man. And Cristian Muniz tosses a high fastball, and it is going to be a walk for Anacini to load the bases. And with one out, bases loaded, coming to the plate, Ryan Pekatowski, who has demonstrated the ability to bang that ball over the fence line, sent one into the stratosphere in a game earlier this tournament. Walks over to talk to his coach as Mexico makes a change at the mound. So we're going to take a quick break just to run a sponsor ad for us to pay the bills. And we'll be right back in just a few minutes as they make the swap here. We'll let you know who that's going to be at the mound. Thank you. We'll be right back. And so we're back from our commercial break as we get ready to start the action after a change on the mound. Number 15, Juan Espinosa, coming in relief of Cristian Muniz, who pitched 3 1/3 inning here for Meoqui, Mexico. And Espinosa is going to come in with bases loaded, and the long ball hitter Ryan Pekatowski stepping into the batter's box to try to add to the lead that Youngstown currently enjoys. And that one goes into shortstop.
Oh!
And he beats out Pekatowski for a big boy, gets down to first base in a hurry. So runners at the corner with 2 outs. Run scores here, adding to that lead that Youngstown has. 4-2 now. 2 runs scored in this inning. The shortstop took that hard hit grounder, hit him right in the chest, right in the solar plexus.
Yeah.
Right?
Near the diaphragm.
That's right. Took the wind out of him for a second.
Espinosa trying to limit damage here, coming in with the bases loaded. Not the most ideal spot you want to come into him as a reliever, but as a reliever, that is going to be your job.
That's right. Try to shut it down before it gets out of control. And Kyle Gilson, number 24, steps into the batter's box against Espinosa with runners at the corner. And Youngstown, Ohio, leading Mexico 4-2. The official scoreboard not reflecting that just yet, but we did have a run come across in this last at-bat as Pekatowski hit a grounder to shortstop, took it to the solar plexus, right down the middle, right in the sternum, and then was unable to make that double play. Runners on the corner, Gilson in the batter's box, and he takes strike 1 from Espinosa. 80-mile-an-hour pitch. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. 3 runs having been scored in this inning. And Matthew, you know, we'd offer Hector barbecue, but we're afraid that if we feed him anymore, he won't leave. Kind of like a stray cat. You feed them, they won't go away. Juan Espinosa fires, and Gilson rotates that all the way towards our cameraman at first base.
Watch your knees.
Yep. Bright sunny day in Laredo, Texas. Unitrade Stadium.
Beautiful day for baseball.
Absolutely. Brought to you by Andy's Mobility for all your mobility needs. Andy's Auto Air. Boy, let me tell you, air conditioning in a car in Laredo, Texas is not just a luxury, it is a necessity. I think it's required by federal law these days in Laredo, Texas. Espinosa, ball 2 to Gilson. 2-2 the count.
Gilson had a single last time up. Went to the 6th hole. Let's see if he can recreate that luck right here to drive in this 3rd run of the inning.
That's right.
Or 4th run of the inning, excuse me.
So 4-2, Youngstown leading with runners at the corner. Gilson, the left-hander, at the plate, and Espinosa, the reliever, just trying to keep the score from expanding on him.
Watch your heads down there. You're down there in the seats.
2-2 the count, 1 out. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Laredo, Texas, it is at the end of I-35 before you cross into Mexico. We're right on the border. We are a true border community. A river that comes between us, Rio Grande, as we say, unites us, doesn't divide us. Great Rio Grande coming all the way from the San Juan Mountains of New Mexico, all the way down to the Gulf of America. Mexico, always a perennial champion, sending teams to Laredo, Texas for the World Series, as is Youngstown. So these are 2 powerhouse teams that have met before.
Well, Mexico won it last year, and Youngstown won it 2 years before that. So we're looking at two teams that know what it's like to go to the championship here.
Absolutely, and we have New Taipei City here as well, and Azusa, California. All of them battling for the shot at the title Monday night in the championship game. Full count, 1 out, runners at the corner. Espinosa delivers, and Gilson rotates that all the way back to his dugout.
Goes right there to his comrades in the first base dugout.
Watch yourselves down there, eyes open, head on a swivel. Careful as Gilson is trying to add to the lead they currently enjoy over Meoqui, Mexico, here in the top of the third inning. A long inning so far.
Yes, it has been.
It is now 10:33 here at Central Time in Laredo, Texas on a warm Sunday morning. And there goes the runner.
Oh,
And that one is going to be just out of reach over the dugout here.
almost went into the dugout. Players got a little scared as you can see them moving out there.
That's right. But you see the two coaches from Mexico, Mr. Carrasco and Mr. Mundo, not phased at all.
No, they stood there stone cold.
Veterans to the action. Gilson, the left-hander, facing the right-hander Espinosa, who came in relief of Cristian Muniz after 3 1/3 inning, has a full count on Gilson with 1 out and runners at the corner. And there they go. And this one goes into second base. And there's going to be a play at first, and that's all they get. And unfortunately, I apologize. We're looking at the Jumbotron, and the official scorekeeper did not register an out, so that was out number 3. So while I was calling 1 out, there was actually 2 already had transpired, and so we'll continue to make improvements and adjustments to the scorekeeping as the production booth to my right continues to drive the scoreboard here. Those of you joining us from Youngstown, Ohio, thank you for jumping in on the broadcast. Nuestros amigos de México, de Meoqui, Chihuahua, México. Bienvenidos, gracias por el apoyo aquí en esta transmisión en vivo. Regresamos en un momento. We'll be back in just a moment.
And we're back here for action as Carter Wilson still on the rubber for Youngstown, Ohio in his 4th inning of work.
And he's facing number 10. And we're going to have to take a quick peek at this roster here. There he is, Rogelio Mata. Rogelio Mata in the batter's box for Meoqui, Mexico. patrocinados por el licenciado Joel González, nuestro gran amigo, el abogado Joel González. And that one gets past the catcher. Todd Jones behind the plate. Carter Wilson on the mound. And Rogelio Mata in the batter's box. 2 balls, 1 strike, bottom of the 4th. Youngstown leads 4-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Pony Palomino World Series action in Laredo, Texas. And that one is inside. That one gets past Jones as well. 83-mile-an-hour pitch, 3 balls, 1 strike. And with 93 degrees and the heat rising, the humidity drops just a little. 57% humidity. Number 10, Rogelio Mata walks to first base. So to start the bottom of the 4th, Carter Wilson walks Rogelio Mata, but they lead Mexico 4-2. Runner at first, nobody out. Number 9, Julian Medrano steps into the plate. El bateador, Julian Medrano.
That's a little bit.
Luchando contra Carter Wilson de Youngstown, Ohio.
Youngstown, Ohio's playing a little bit of bunt defense right here. As Anacini rushed in to near the pitcher's mound, it looks like. But the batter not squaring up to bunt. He looks like he's going to be swinging away, which is gotta be careful out there if you're the third baseman.
That thing come right at you or right over you. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 runner on, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning in a game brought to you by Sunbelt Air Conditioning. In a place as hot as Laredo, Texas, it's hot all year round. We get a little bit of spring, a whole lot of summer. We blow right through fall, and then winter, heck, I don't know what that is. Every once in a while, maybe we get a day under 30, and the rest of the time it's just t-shirt weather for us.
Yeah, it goes under 30, then it hits up to 85 degrees by the middle of the day.
And that's going to be another ball. So Carter Wilson throws 3 balls and 1 strike to Julian Medrano with a runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th. Boy, I started to sound like Christopher Walken there for a second. Nobody out. Here, Carter Wilson on the mound. And that one bounces, but Todd Jones able to keep that in front of him as Medrano walks to first. And coach from Youngstown, Ohio, makes his way to the mound.
And he's sailing out to the bullpen and bringing a right-hander. See how Youngstown, see who they bring in here, and we'll get you that name in here in a second.
Carter Wilson, also now having pitched 3 1/3, will take leave and head to the dugout. Good job by the young man, allowing only 2 runs. A Mexico team that has great bats, able to keep them quiet so far. And as he makes his way to the dugout, round of applause from the Youngstown, Ohio contingent here at Unitrade Stadium. Youngstown always brings a good crowd with them, as do the folks from New Taipei City. Boy, George hears me say that, he's going to beat me. New Taipei City also brings a good contingent. And our friends from Mexico always show up. So thank you for joining. Thank you for watching, whether you're watching on YouTube or RadioPony.org, or you're here in the stands. Now, if you're here in the stands, I got to tell you, you got to go to Ringo's Barbecue. Great barbecue, great ribs, great sausage. Oh my goodness. Jalapeno poppers. Let me tell you, if you haven't lived until you've had a jalapeno stuffed with cream cheese and wrapped with bacon, smoked to perfection, that'll make your mouth water. As my friends from New York would say, ooh, that's making my mouth water. And If you go now and you tell them you're part of that pony spectacular, give them code PONY10 and you'll get 10% off. My good friends over at Ringo's Barbecue, George Gutierrez, Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, our other sponsor, Sports, Orthopedics, and Therapy, Dr. John Puig, Dr. Miguel Solis, and the great staff over there. Fantastic physical therapists over there. Always making the best physical therapy award wins here for Laredo. Dr. Marta Martinez at Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, double board certified anesthesiologist, pain management doctor, with clinics here in Laredo and in Edinburgh. So if you're here from the Valley, from Harlingen or Palmview, McAllen area, Edinburgh, San Juan, San Juan Alamo, PSJA. If you're from that area, Dr. Marta Martinez is your pain management doctor. Advanced Spine Pain Solutions of Edinburgh and Laredo. And our title sponsor, our good friend Southern Sanitation, every year supporting pony baseball, the youth of Laredo. Southern American, the live Doppler radar here in Laredo, privately owned, now collaborating with the city at the top of the airport air rescue fire unit, the ARF, as it's affectionately known in an acronym. So stepping into the plate, number 22, Renteria, will face the new right-hander. Renteria showing bunt. The third baseman charging in, Anacini, our new pitcher on the mound for Youngstown, Ohio. And that one's gonna roll.
No, throws it, sells it.
All right, here a little bit of action here in this bottom of the fourth, as that ball kind of slow rolled between first and second in the four hole. The second baseman running back to get it, on his back tries to make a throw to first base and does that errantly, but luckily hits the netting at the dugout and bounces back towards the first baseman, so he's able to keep the run from scoring. But bases are loaded, there is nobody out, and number 21 steps into the batter's box and takes a strike from the reliever. Number 21, Esteban Renteria. Esteban Renteria facing off against the right-hander, with Irving Carrillo stepping into the on-deck circle. And that's a foul ball, comes right to Carrillo. Our new pitcher for Youngstown, Ohio. See who that is. We'll get you a name here in a second. And the pitch, high. 2-2 the count, nobody on, bases loaded, bottom of the fourth, 4-2, Youngstown, Ohio clinging to a slim lead here with Meoqui, Mexico threatening, and Renteria check swings that foul ball. We'll get you a number and a name for the pitcher for Youngstown, Ohio. Renteria
Looks to be number.
Takes the force out at home for out number one here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Bases will remain loaded. And Irving Carrillo now comes to the plate.
Pitching looks to be number 33 for Youngstown.
Carter Owens.
Another Carter.
Carter Owens in relief of Carter Wilson. Foul ball into the net by Carrillo. The right-hander, the tall right-hander, Carter Owens, who relieved Carter Wilson, got the first batter here. To ground to first and force out at home. That one is high. 1-1 the count.
Little chin music right there.
Carter was able to get the first batter he faced to ground out to first or ground to first and force out at home. And that one comes down third base line. Foul. Anacini getting that one just over that third base line. Foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Mexico trailing by 2 here, 4-2 against Youngstown, Ohio. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Carter Owens doing his job and stopping the Mexico team from scoring. Hanging on with bases loaded, and now he faces number 27, Luis Flores. Luis Flores, the center fielder for Youngstown, Ohio, with 2 outs, bases loaded, the count 1-0. Carter Owens winds and delivers strike 1. Even up the count, 1-1. Rios on deck for Mexico. Flores at the plate. Owens winds. And that one is low and outside. Good job by the catcher, Todd Jones, to keep that from scooting by him. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded, bottom of the 4th. Carter Owens in relief of Carter Wilson. Luis Flores, el bateador para Meoqui, México, contra lanzador Carter Owens. El pitcher, third base, keeps it in front of him.
Oh, gets by Pikatowski as he tries to come in home. Scold save!
What a play here. What a play here. Live ball. Ball is still live. And now they take a breather. Mexico scores 2 runs to tie the game. And I'll let you hear it from Jerry Medina. What just happened here?
Looked like a ground ball there to Anacini. Bobbles it a bit. And the runners are advancing as he tries to make a strong throw to first base to Pikatowski. Pikatowski not able to dig it out of the dirt as it gets back to the dugout fence. And that will bring in the runner from second to come in and run. Slides in on that close bang-bang play at the plate. But the umpire at home plate calls him safe to tie this ball game up.
There you go. So now Rios is at the plate against Carter Owens. Anacini unable to do what he does so well here at third in that play. And 2 runs come in, and now Rios trying to add to it. That one stays in front. Todd Jones, out of his stance in a hurry, grabs that ball as the runner advances to second. So with runners in scoring position and 2 outs, 2 strikes, Carter Owens faces Rios at the plate with this game tied after 2 runs come in. Foul into the net. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, at day 3, game 1 of the day here at Unitrade Stadium. Y los equipos empatados aquí 4-4. Meoqui, México. Youngstown, Ohio. Long fly ball into right, and that's going to
same
drop.
spot again as last time up.
And that one rolls all the way to the bullpen door.
As this time would only be a triple compared to last at bat. Same exact spot though.
Yep. And so now Meoqui, Mexico scores 2 more, and they add to their lead 6-4 over Youngstown, Ohio. That right fielder cannot be happy with himself at that. Ball sailed again past him. He was on his horse. He was trying to get to it. Then the ball rolls away all the way to the bullpen door and then gets away from him again. And Rios has a triple here in the bottom of the fourth. 1 strike, 2 outs. As the game seemingly getting away from Youngstown here, Carter Owens trying to turn off the spigot. 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter, Luis Rascon, after Rios belts a triple. And that's a ball. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. 85-mile-an-hour pitch there by Carter Owens in relief of Carter Wilson. Facing Rascon, Luis Rascon at the plate. And that one kicks past Jones, and there's going to be a play at home here. And he gets him out. Jones doing his yeoman's duty as catcher, gets that ball off the backboard there, over to the pitcher, Carter Owens, and out at home. And that ends the inning, but not before 4 runs come across the plate, and Mexico retakes the lead. 6-4 here as we go to the top of the 5th, and we'll be right back.
For 50 years, Southern Sanitation has been managing the waste disposal needs of the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities, doing its part in helping keep the community clean. Call Southern Sanitation at 956-723-3333 and let us help you manage all your waste disposal needs. Southern Sanitation, celebrating 50 years of service.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
I think it's warm enough, right? Okay, so we're back for Pony Palomino action here. Top of the 5th after an exciting 4th inning where both teams were able to score runs, and Mexico recapturing the lead in the bottom of the 4th there. 6-4 as we go into the top of the 5th inning. Number 6, number 9, Miles Peeler, the shortstop, takes strike 1 from Juan Espinosa, the reliever. An exciting 4th inning with leads changing hands and Mexico recapturing the lead. Espinosa, swing and a miss by Peeler.
Looks like he took something off there. Got Peter out on his front foot, spin him around.
Strike number 2. Nobody out, nobody on. Top of the 5th, leadoff batter Miles Peeler, the shortstop. And that one's a little close to the chin. 1-2 the count. For those of you watching on YouTube, you can probably see that there has been an appearance of our paramedics here. That one stays in front.
Good block there by Carrillo.
2 balls to strikes. False alarm, looks like. The EMS unit going back to its first aid station here at Unitrade Stadium. Juan Espinosa, the right-hander, facing Miles Peeler with a 2-2 count. And Peeler chops the foul ball down the third base area. Miles Peeler, the shortstop, the sure-gloved shortstop for Youngstown, Ohio, trying to rally his team here in the top of the 5th as they trail by 2, 6-4 against Meoqui, Mexico. Great team from south of the border here, not far from Laredo, Texas. And that's in the dirt. Full count to Peeler. This game sponsored by Licenciado Joel González, patrocinado por Licenciado Joel González, abogado. Great attorney in Mexico if you ever need one. And that's strike 3. Peeler goes down looking. Frozen as that rope went right past him. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Youngstown trailing by 2. And Jeremy Haig comes to the plate to try to get something going here for Youngstown, Ohio. And the pitch. Haig swing foul back into the netting. Jeremy Haig, the left-hander, facing the right-hander, Juan Espinosa. 0-1 the count with 1 out. Here in the bracket that has swing and a miss, strike 2, Haig. This bracket here, each team has lost a game in a double elimination tournament, and so they're looking to hang on to get a shot at the title here. Espinosa.
Ooh, watch yourself in the dugout.
As Haig rotates that all the way back towards his dugout, the left-hander.
Had a strong hit his last at-bat, roping the ball through the 4-hole on a line.
Great play by both these teams, both powerhouses, both having been in the championship and won the championship here in Laredo, Palomino World Series. And Espinosa winds and delivers ball 2. I'm sorry, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 5th. Haig trying to get something started, hoping to spark a little rally here with number 7 on deck, Thomas Krapowski. And Espinosa trying to say no. It stays the way it is.
Oh, popped it up. Ooh, watch out there as it's caught by the left fielder.
Traffic control called in to make sure that one was handled properly, and the left fielder does for out number 2. Top of the 5th inning, Thomas Krapowski comes to the plate with his team down by 2 runs here, 6-4 to Mexico. Juan Espinosa on the mound in relief of the starting pitcher, Cristian Muñiz, for Mexico, who pitched 3 1/3 inning before giving up the rock. And Espinosa winds, and that's a fly ball, just shallow here. First baseman's going to get it, and that's going to be out number 3. 1, 2, 3, and the side is retired. So after 4.5 innings of baseball. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning as we await the team from Mexico to come to the plate. And we'll be right back after these brief commercials. And here we go, back to live action here. First batter for Meoqui, Mexico, the left-hander, Alan Arizmendi, I believe. Nope, that's the one right before him. It's Luis Rascon. And Rascon chops a foul ball down the first base line. Luis Rascon at the plate with Carter Owens on the mound. Carter Owens came in relief of Carter Wilson. And after 4.5 innings, Youngstown is down 6-4 to Meoqui, Mexico. Shout out to the Laredo Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, our sponsor, the County of Webb, the Honorable Judge and Commissioner's Court, the City Council and the Mayor of City of Laredo, Laredo Convention and Visitors Bureau. 2 balls, 1 strike to Rascon. Nobody on, nobody out. The leadoff batter for Mexico, foul ball. And if you're watching the game, you can see that the sun is brightly shining down at Unitrade Stadium as we approach 95 degrees here.
Oh,
and that one's going to go into center field for a base hit for Luis Rascon. Number 30, Arizmendi. Alan Arizmendi is coming to the plate with Carter Owens trying to keep the lid on this strong team from Mexico. Both teams battling it out here. Our good friend Matthew Anachine watching as his boy, the third baseman.
Oh, slashing. Perfect throw. Just mishandled right there in the slide into the glove as it pops out of the glove of Andrew Corfield.
And I'm amused a little bit by the runner from first, Luis Rascon. Didn't seem to be moving really, really fast. Kind of looked like a Freightliner and a trailer on I-35. And yet he made it to second base safely. And that one's going to ground to second. And a sacrifice out at first. Advances the runner to third. Rascon, number 99, safely at third base with number 10, Rogelio Mata, coming to the plate, trying to add to it. Corredor en tercera base, Luis Rascon, y Rogelio Mata, el bateador, contra el lanzador Carter Owens. Saludos a nuestros amigos viendo de Kennewick, Washington. Valentín Castro, muchísimas gracias por su apoyo. Inside, 1-1 the count, 1 out, runner at third. Mata in the batter's box. Carter Owens on the mound. And that's outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at third. Carter Owens on the mound. Rogelio Mata. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 82 miles an hour for that pitch.
Good pitch right there by Owens to go upstairs with it. Gets Mata to kind of inside out himself a bit there on that swing as it evens up the count 2-2.
And that's fouled into the net. Live Doppler radar from Southern American, our good friends and sponsor. As we look out, there are no visible storm clouds anywhere. Some nice pillowy wisp clouds above us. Sun bright here in Laredo, Texas.
Oh!
And that one, he sticks the bat out, stretches for it, is able to tap one right over the shortstop, and scores one more run. So now Mexico leads 7-4 with 1 out, runner at first. Mata, the RBI single, drives in Rascon.
Just threw his bat and flicked his wrist and muscled it a bit out there off the end of the bat.
Interesting little at bat for him. Didn't really put a lot to it. Just kind of a flick of the wrist, as you said, and out it went. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner at first, bottom of the 5th. 1 run has scored. Mexico leads 7-4. That one's kind of high for ball 2. Thank you to Southern Sanitation, our title sponsor. Every year they come through for us to bring you this live transmission free of charge on YouTube. And that's ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. In the age of subscriptions and paywall, this is a great opportunity to watch baseball free of charge. Live, and that's a strike.
Medrano thought he got the walk right there as he threw his bat, and his counterpart right there on the on-deck circle is going to give him his bat back as he steps back into that box.
Revuelto giving him back the baseball bat. Medrano fouls that one into the upper deck, and again, that's another one for the maintenance crew. The way the canopy is set up down there, it will keep those baseballs in perpetuity unless someone goes and retrieves them. I can imagine those guys probably have buckets of those things. Runner at first, Medrano at the plate.
Ball 4. Close pitch right there, though. Good pitch by Owens. Just didn't get the call on the inside half of the plate on that breaking pitch.
Yep. And so now the coach is coming out to the mound.
Make a pitching change as he signaled out to the right field bullpen.
Let's take a quick peek and see if they did. Yep, here they come. Coming out the bullpen door comes the reliever for Owens here in the bottom of the 5th inning, trailing Mexico by 3, 7-4. There's a humming sound coming from the room next door. Maybe Hector with Game Changer is shaving this morning. I'm not sure what that sound is next door. It could be possible that Hector with Game Changer stuck his fingers into the wall socket and is being electrified over there next door. Game Changer. Our good friend, Hector. And for those of you who have heard the music during the intermissions, in between the innings, we're getting some stellar DJ play from Art Trevino, the legendary DJ here, playing yacht music. Grammy Award-winning yacht music from the 70s. Art with us to the wee hours last night, and then here early in the morning, having a great time at the DJ table. And so our new pitcher for Youngstown, Ohio, number 11, Owen McKenzie. Owen McKenzie comes in relief of Carter Owens, who came in relief of Carter Wilson. Great day for baseball here Sunday morning, Laredo, Texas. Bright and sunny. It's 11:12 here in Laredo, Texas, Central Time. Those watching out in the East Coast getting ready for the next series of games. We're 1 hour behind you, and we're 2 hours ahead of California. Those from Azusa that might be wanting to watch to see who the winner of this game is. My color commentary, Jerry Medina III, rehabbing from Tommy John surgery, collegiate athlete, went on to play here from United High School to play for University of Houston and then San Jacinto on summer break, rehabbing that arm. How's it feeling?
It's feeling really good. We're about a month out post-op, and been rehabbing there with LSMC down in the Springfield location. They've been doing a really good job.
Brand new facility there in Springfield. They've got their principal facility on Bartlett. But like I said, those doctors over at Laredo Sports Medicine and their physical therapists, outstanding crew. Laredo Sports Medicine, Dr. John V. Puig and Miguel Solis. Great folks over there. Great staff. Jacob Puig, the CEO, the business arm of Laredo Sports Medicine, my good friend. And we get ready for action here in the bottom of the fifth. The reliever having warmed up, number 11, Owen McKenzie, ready to face his first batter, Alejandro Revuelto. Revuelto se prepara para el lanzador McKenzie. Foul ball into the parking lot. And as I've said, and hopefully Marcus Moreno's listening, you can sponsor us next year. And we'll say that you can get your insurance from Marcus Moreno. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Revuelto, the batter. McKenzie, the pitcher. The windup, and that's high. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 87-mile-an-hour pitch there from Owen McKenzie. Owen McKenzie. On deck, number 21, Renteria for Mexico. At the plate, Revuelto, and 2 runners on for Mexico. That is ball 3. With 1 out and runners at second and first. 3 balls, 1 strike to count to Revuelto. Owen McKenzie, first batter he's faced this morning, and he walks him. And so bases are now loaded with 1 out. Time for some great defense from Youngstown to shut this down. Time for some great base hitting, base running for Mexico if they want to add to their lead. Both teams battling, both teams strong, both former champions of this World Series, looking to advance into the winner's bracket, currently standing in the bracket where teams have lost a game in a double elimination tournament.
Oh, drills one out there to the left center gap on a line, and it's going to roll out there and giving chase as the left fielder to the wall, as looks to be 2 runs are going to score, sliding in for a head-first triple, Esteban Renteria.
So Renteria knocks one all the way to the left center field wall, scoring 2 runs, and it is now, 3 runs, clearing the bases, and it's 10-4 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Renteria smash triple. Number 66, Irving Carrillo, the catcher, facing Owen McKenzie. Ball one to Carrillo. What a solid hit between left and center field. It rolled all the way to the wall, allowing those 3 runs to score. And that's a swing and a miss by Carrillo. 1-1 the count, 1 out.
That's going to blow this game wide open a little bit. 6-run lead here for Mexico.
But don't count the Youngstown team out. They've got a set of bats as well. Stay tuned for the excitement that will continue here. We are at the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 frames still to go. Plenty of time for Youngstown to rally and recover. Renteria at third. Irving Carrillo at the plate. Right back at the pitcher.
Oh, no.
And what appears to be a bad choice from the second baseman, Corfield, who held the runner, but then elected to throw at third and allow that runner, the batter, to get to first base safely. And the courtesy runner going in for Carrillo. We'll find out who that is for you in just a second. Courtesy running for Carrillo, number seven, Raul Gonzalez. Raul Gonzalez, courtesy runner for Carrillo. Corfield, bad choice of throws there.
It looks like the watch has died for Youngstown. Like they have the old school hand signals. Looks like the umpire's talking to him a bit.
And a little silence here. Sorry about that. Here in the press box as I look out into the field and see the discussion between the catcher, coach, and umpire. Owen McKenzie back on the mound. And it appears that the technology advantage enjoyed by the Youngstown team has faded into the dugout. The watch probably running out of battery.
Most likely died right there. Not something you want out of the things, but nothing wrong about going old school and going with the little hand signals.
There you go.
Good old number 1, number 2, number 3.
That's right. And I've seen it when on city council, the city manager giving hand signals to directors as the council members were asking questions. Swing and a miss by number 27, Luis Flores.
Checking the runner over at first. Base runners on the corners here. And it's going to be called ball right there on the outer half of the plate.
1-1 the count, 1 out. Runners at the corners. 10-4, Mexico leading Youngstown, Ohio. Rios on deck, Flores at the plate. Owen McKenzie on the mound. And that's a shot to short. 1. Ball gets away from the first baseman throwing the dirt. It's going to allow another run to score. That's 11-4 now. 7-run lead by Mexico.
Big inning right here by Mexico to score, which I believe would be 5 runs this inning. Which brings in the hot bat of Julian Rios, who's hit a triple and an inside the park homer today.
Back at the plate with Owen McKenzie at the mound. Runner at first. The Youngstown team out on field for quite some time already. Trail here 11-4 in the bottom of the 5th inning with 2 outs and a runner on. And the power hitter, Rios, who has knocked a few of them into the warning track at the plate. And that one goes right back to the pitcher Owens. And he'll retire the side here, but not before 5 runs come across this inning. And now Mexico leads 11-4 as the morning starts to fade on the Youngstown hopes to advance. 2 innings still to go, plenty of time. Youngstown, known for its great offense, prepares to get back on at the plate. We'll be right back after these brief messages. What the heck was that? Palomino World Series action live from Unitrade Stadium. Top of the 5th inning, number 4, the leadoff batter, Noah Troggio for Youngstown, Ohio, trying to get their team back into this game as they trail 11-4 here. That one's in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitcher for Mexico, number 15, Juan Espinosa, on the mound for Meoqui, facing Troggio, the batter, with nobody on, nobody out. Leadoff batter, top of the 5th. Pony Palomino World Series action. And if you're enjoying the Sunday game, get some Sunday barbecue at Ringo's Barbecue and Burgers. And that's a foul ball going in towards the dugout. Ringo's Barbecue, home of the Tombstone Challenge. The Doc Holiday, great hamburgers from Ringo's. Ribs, brisket, sausage, you name it, they got it.
Oh, gets swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss, but that gets past the catcher. And Troggio smartly runs to first base. And the first batter of the inning is now at first, and here comes number 3. Number 3, Maddox Yost, coming into the game for the first time.
He was the backstop last night for Youngstown. It looks like he comes in to replace Todd Jones.
There you go. So trailing here 11-4 in the top of the 5th. Yost makes his appearance. Troggio at first. And Troggio takes a strike from Espinosa. Runner at first, nobody out. Yost, the batter, and correction, that was a ball. And Yost gets one through into the outfield for a base hit.
Looks like Youngstown trying to spring a little bit of life into their bats right here.
Little rally maybe, little rally. I don't see any rally caps yet, but I'm sure they're going to come out soon. Youngstown, Ohio, battling to get back into the game here, trailing by 7, 11-4 in the top of the 6th inning. Not much time left. They've got to get into this game with runners at second and first. Number 27, Andrew Corfield, takes strike 1 from Espinosa. Corfield, the second baseman, made a bad choice earlier that allowed a run to score.
See if he can make up for it right here.
Absolutely. Competitor that he is, I'm sure he will. And there he does. Oh, no. Safe at second. Oh, that was almost disaster for Youngstown, Ohio.
Oh, hold up.
And there is an injury here.
Looks like the players are really signaling someone to come on over to go help out their second baseman,
The second baseman,
Luis Rascon, as he went in there diving, showing a valiant effort to try to get the double play.
head first into the bag. I don't know if his arm got snagged or what happened, but it looked like he got hurt badly. The center fielder quickly calling for assistance. Trojo diving back to get there safely. Corfield hit right at the second baseman. Second baseman caught that and then dove to try to get the double play. And it appears that someone's been hurt. Coaches from Youngstown coming out to help as well in support of the players on the field here. We have our first aid station. I'm sure the paramedics from the Laredo Fire Department, Laredo's finest, coming out to help. We continue to watch the live action here, and we'll stay on with you here while we see what went on. Concern for the player from Mexico, Luis Rascon, en el atento de sacar el corredor en segunda. Parece que se pegó en la base o algo le ha pasado, porque aquí están los médicos que vienen del departamento de bomberos de Laredo a ver si le pueden ayudar. Parece que la herida no es grave, pero vamos a ver lo que está pasando y ahorita les pasamos las noticias. What we can see is that the EMS unit is out there. Paramedic is going to be looking at this young man as he dove back into second base after catching that fly ball from Corfield, that line drive. When he hit that bag, the runner Trojo had gone off, was headed to third, came back and dove in, and I'm not sure if they collided or if he hit something on that bag as he dove back. Player safety is what we care about the most and paramount, so we hope everything's good here. We'll continue to broadcast live. We won't break away. We want to make sure that the family members and those who are watching know that their player is safe. And as soon as we know what the condition is, we will bring that to you. Great teams battling today. Youngstown, Ohio, Meoqui, Mexico. No strangers to the big game. And here they are battling for the right to continue onto the winner's bracket and get a shot at the title. Azusa, California, waiting to see if they're going to match up against New Taipei City. That's going to be the big game here. Nobody has beat New Taipei City. Azusa, California, having to play an extra game, I'm sure goes into the bracket a little weary, beleaguered, tired, whatever the descriptive word you want to use. But Azusa, heck of a game last night, doing really well in the tournament. Appreciate the support from the folks of Azusa, who got to watch a really good game Friday. And then, unfortunately, technology beat the living crud out of us in their next broadcast. The folks from Azusa not kind with their words, but we understand the frustration. Our sponsors, not responsible for the technology that was on loan to us, but our technology team here at Unitrade Stadium and ASM Global Managed Facility to the rescue, came in and fired up the modem, rebooted the router, and got us back into a nice crisp live stream. And what you see today is that very same. So Rascon is exiting the game.
No, it looks like they're going to leave him out there.
They're going to leave him out there. I can't tell if he got cut, if that's what the issue is, or if he took a face plant to the nose, and that's where the nosebleed was, because it did look like they were treating something. But he's going to stay, number 99, the trooper that he is.
That's what you call heart right there.
Puro corazón, Luis Rascon, staying on the play, siguiendo la jugada, Luis Rascon, aunque se lastimó, pero le sigue el valiente Luis Rascon. And so we're back to live action with Juan Espinosa on the mound, and the left-handed batter for Azusa takes strike one after that interesting play in Corfield. Anthony Anacine at the plate trying to rally his team as Espinosa fires one into the dirt. 1-1 the count, one out, two runners on. Here at Pony Palomino World Series action at Unitrade Stadium, Laredo, Texas. 100 degrees already here in Laredo. And that one is flied into center field. And the runner's going to hold with two outs. Ryan Pekatowski approaches the batter's box, trying to keep his team alive, closing the gap if at all possible. 7-run deficit against the team from Mexico. Juan Espinosa on the mound, Ryan Pekatowski in the batter's box, two runners on, and the runner's going to go, successfully goes into third base. The first base runner tempting the catcher, and now runners at the corners with two outs. One ball to Pekatowski, no strikes. Top of the sixth inning, Youngstown, Ohio trailing by 7 here, 11-4. The delivery, and that's a strike. That one going straight at about knee height for Pekatowski. 1-1 the count, two runners on at the corners, two outs, and Pekatowski swing and a miss, strike two.
Got fooled a little bit right there on an off-speed pitch right there by Espinosa. See how he regroups right here as he steps back into the box, getting ready to do some damage.
So Pekatowski,
he doubled earlier today down the line, and then he rode into a fielder's choice.
and so my friends over in Youngstown, Ohio, correcting me, my tongue must have been rolling pretty fast. I don't know if I said Azusa, but as a left-handed batter for Youngstown, Trujillo. Pekatowski high into left field, shallow though, and the left fielder's got it, and that retires the side. Two runners left stranded on the base for Ohio, and they trail here in the bottom of the sixth, 11-4. Mexico coming to the plate, and we'll be right back after this brief commercial message.
Now, leading off the bottom of the sixth inning for Mexico is going to be Luis Rascon, the second baseman. Still on the mound for Youngstown is going to be Owen McKenzie, as he steps off the rubber right there, regroups. As there's 1 ball, no strikes, no outs here to the leadoff hitter, and here in the bottom of the sixth. And Rascon rolls one over into the dugout. Watch yourself over there. As for a foul ball, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count here to Rascon. Just his batting gloves, regroups. Looking to get ready to do some damage here to help out his team and add some insurance runs.
And I'm back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Had to make a visit to the concession stand. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. And the batter, the left-hander, facing Owen McKenzie, the right-hander for Youngstown, Ohio, trailing here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 11-4. Mexico with the lead. Thank you to our sponsor, Licenciado Joel Gonzalez, abogado, and a lawyer for Mexico, big sponsor of the Mexican team. Lawyer in Mexico, not for Mexico, in Mexico. If you ever need legal assistance, that's your guy. Number 99 belts that one high into the center field, and out number 1. Luis Rascon belting that high into the air there in center field for the first out. Alan Arizmendi steps into the batter's box with 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 6th inning, leading the team from Youngstown 11-4. Here on a bright, hot, sunny day in Laredo, Texas, 100 degrees already, 45% humidity. Winds out of the south, barely noticeable. Max speeds have reached about 2 miles an hour, so right now no visible wind. That one goes high into the air. Again, center field backing up, and out number 2. The center fielder for Youngstown, Ohio, Noah Troggio, making that catch.
Yeah, no, to put one out here today, you're going to have to just use all raw power as there's no wind aid to help you out today.
That's right. Now Rios steps in, Rogelio Mata steps into the batter's box with Owen McKenzie delivering strike 1 to him. Nobody on, nobody on, 2 outs, no balls, 1 strike. And Rios puts one into left field, and Rios is going to go, Mata is going to go for 2. And again, Mata, not the swiftest of runners, able to make it into the second base, but he was he was motoring. Looked like a big diesel going right down I-35 as he raced to get to second base successfully on that long fly ball to left field. Spectacular baseball played so far this game, as well as in the games before. Number 9, Medrano, swing and a miss from Owen McKenzie for strike 1. Runner at second, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Youngstown, Ohio trying to claw back into this game, trying to keep any runs from scoring into this inning so they get their last shot here in the 7th. Owen McKenzie facing Medrano, the right-hander. As that flies right in there, it's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, runner at second, 2 outs. Medrano trying to add a few more insurance runs here as they lead by 7, 11-4 over Youngstown. That's down low. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner at second. Rogelio Mata, who belted one into left field. Great job by both coaches training their teams to get them here to this point in the World Series. McKenzie. Whoa!
Oh, gets him looking. Oh no, little umpire misjudged the count there. Got a little ahead of himself.
So I'm not the only one who makes mistakes on the balls and strikes. The blue called him out, but this was only strike 2. And that one grounds to short. Throw to first, and that retires aside. No runs scored here. 1 hit all the way down the left field, leaving that runner stranded at second base. And that's the end of the inning. So we go to the last frame with Youngstown, Ohio trailing 11-4. They've got 3 outs to get something done. We'll be right back.
For 50 years, Southern Sanitation has been managing the waste disposal needs of the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities, doing its part in helping keep the community clean. Call Southern Sanitation at 956-723-3333 and let us help you manage all your waste disposal needs. Southern Sanitation, celebrating 50 years of service.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
And so here we go, back to the last frame. Live action Pony Palomino World Series, Youngstown, Ohio, trailing 11-4 here in the top of the frame, the last frame for this game, 7th inning. Juan Espinosa delivers ball 1 to the batter.
And Youngstown here trying to find a way to rally up and tie this game or take the lead as they only got 3 outs left here. Time is a-ticking.
Kyle Gilson at the plate. Is that who we have here at the plate? I think that's who it is.
I believe so. Should be Kyle Gilson, the DH for today.
Facing Juan Espinosa, the right-hander, as Youngstown tries to claw its way back into this game as they trail by 7. Juan Espinosa and the team from Mexico will do its best to end it right here and get out of this heat, get out of this inning, get out of this game, and take a rest and get ready for the next one. So the count now 3-0, nobody on, nobody out. Leadoff batter Kyle Gilson for Youngstown, Ohio. This game brought to you by Southern America and our live Doppler radar. 102 degrees out there. Top winds have been about 6 miles an hour. And Gilson, number 24, walks to first base. So early signs of life here for Youngstown, Ohio.
Looks like Espinosa out there might be fatiguing a little bit as he's moving his arm a little shakily. See if that plays a factor here into this last inning. Hopefully Mexico might have someone in the bullpen ready to go in case if anything happens.
They've got to have a closer somewhere. Every team's got to have a closer. Miles Peeler, the shortstop, in the batter's box. Doesn't go around. Takes ball one from Espinosa. The temperature will be rising as the day goes on. This is why we take a break at 2 o'clock and don't return until 6. Because it is hot and we're in the dog days of summer in Laredo. That shot by Miles Peeler gets past the shortstop, and the second batter gets on base. So 2 on, nobody out, top of the 7th inning. And number 5, Jeremy Haig, steps into the batter's box with hopes to continue the tournament as he heads towards the winner's circle, trying to rally his Youngstown team, who's behind here by 7. Swing and a miss by Haig. Good cut. Good pitch by Juan Espinosa. Runners at second and first. 0-1 the count. Nobody out. Top of the 7th inning. Youngstown trailing 11-4. That one goes in the dirt, and it gets away from Irving Carrillo, who has had that issue all game long. Ball just kind of popping away from him.
Yes, he has. It hasn't been a help either. His pitchers have been consistently throwing some balls in the dirt. He's really been working out there, though.
That heat probably also getting to him. And you said the gear, while great protection, sometimes is a hindrance on peripheral vision and just keeping his temperature cool. Espinosa winds, and that's a strike to Haig with runners at second and third, trailing by 7. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. 2 runners on. Top of the 7th. Juan Espinosa on the mound. Jeremy Haig at the plate. The pitch. And that one's going to go into that 2-hole.
Oh, they're going to send him.
And both runners are going to come in.
Some late life here out of Youngstown, Ohio. They're not going down without a fight.
Got to admire that team from Youngstown, Ohio, battling to get back into this. Scores 2 runs here in the top of the 7th with number 7, Thomas Kapowski, coming to the plate. Runner Jeremy Haig, who just punched one through the 4-hole right between the first baseman's outstretched arm and the second baseman running to cover. Aggressive base running by Youngstown, scores 2 runs. And that's strike 1 to Kapowski. Youngstown, Ohio. Youngstown, Ohio doing its best to claw its way back into this. That one gets past Irving Carrillo again. And that advances Haig to third base with Thomas Kapowski at the plate. So runner in scoring position, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, top of the 7th. Juan Espinosa on the mound, Thomas Kapowski at the plate. Haig at second. Swing and a miss by Kapowski. Juan Espinosa on the mound in relief of Christian Muniz has done a stand-up job, but now has allowed 2 runs to come in. That's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jeremy Hague taking a comfortable lead from second as the pitcher focuses on the batter and not the runner. Top of the 7th inning, 2 runs have scored. Foul tip into the backstop. Youngstown closing the gap a little bit. 11-6, down 5 now. They were down 7 at the start of the frame. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner at second. Kaprowski facing Juan Espinosa, and that's a blooper right into center field, and the runner not quite sure what to do from second. Looked like he was headed back and decided, nope, this is going to drop. Let me get going. I'm going to get there as fast as I can.
Ooh, looks like the coach Carrasco might be going out there either to talk to his pitcher, maybe bring in that closer we talked about.
Possibility. That's what they're looking for. Probably somebody to close the door on this before it gets away from them. They're up by 5, comfortable lead, but now runners at the corners and nobody out. This game is brought to you by our good friend, Licenciado, an attorney, Joel Gonzalez, big sponsor of Mexico's baseball team, sponsoring this live transmission. Saludos a nuestro patrocinador, Licenciado Joel González, abogado y persona excelente, apoyando su equipo México. Joel González, licenciado Joel González. Muchísimas gracias por su apoyo y su patrocinamiento de este equipo de México y esta transmisión en vivo. Great to see this kind of action early in the day. That means that the games are going to be lively today as everybody is fighting for that one chance to get into the championship bracket.
Especially for these 4 morning teams playing today. They win 2 games today. They go on tomorrow, play semifinal game, and then the championship, hopefully.
There you go. Number 4, Noah Troggio. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 for Troggio. Juan Espinosa remains on the mound after a visit from Coach Carrasco. El lanzador Juan Espinosa permanece después de la visita del técnico Carrasco. And a grounder to shortstop. The shortstop able to grab it, but unable to make the play at second. And Troggio gets to first base. Run scores. And now 8-11. Youngstown, Ohio climbing the ladder up from the well. Hopefully get this score tied here. So trailing by three runs, 11-8. Number 3, Maddox Yost at the plate.
Oh.
Didn't go around. And so Blue says nope. He checked it well. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs, 2 runners on, 1 at second, 1 at first. Top of the 7th inning here. And I stand corrected. It is a 4-run lead, 11-7. Only 1 run scored on that last one.
But they're still threatening, though. No outs here in this inning.
And Maddox Yost might just make a game of this just yet. Foul ball into the net. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Juan Espinosa trying to keep the batters from adding runs. Coach Carrasco looking a little nervous here as he stands at the top of the dugout steps, signaling away to his pitcher what he wants from them.
Oh.
And that shot's going to drop right in front of the center fielder. The throw to home is not going to get there in time, and we will add one more run for Youngstown to the scoreboard. 8-11 with 2 runners on, nobody out, and Maddox Yost belting that single out to center field, driving in the run. Carrasco looks down the line to see if his bullpen.
Yeah, there is someone out there in the bullpen for Mexico warming up, probably checking in to see if he's ready to come in or not, as this game turned into a safe situation.
And with 102-degree weather or 43% humidity, it's got to be taking its toll on some of these folks. 27, Andrew Corfield, the top of the order for Youngstown, Ohio.
Now this is the dream scenario here for Youngstown, as they got their top of the order coming up. That you can get through Cornfield and get their 2-hole on base as well. You start getting to the meat of the order where you get to Pekatowski, who we know has game-changing power and can change this game with a swing.
That's correct. So Corfield trying to drive in some runs here. Takes one up high for ball 2. Nobody out, 2 runners on, 2-0 the count. And the temperature warming up here quickly. In Laredo, Texas, Unit Trade Stadium, Pony Palomino World Series Action 2025. Sponsored by Southern Sanitation, Laredo Sports Medicine, and Southern American Live Doppler Radar. Espinosa delivers, and that one's down low for ball 3. So at the risk of loading the bases with Anacini, Pekatowski, and Gilson all waiting in the wings.
Looks
No
right
outs.
here that this might be Espinosa's last batter of this inning and the outing.
It could be.
Ooh.
And that's a strike. 83-mile-an-hour pitch, 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 runners on, nobody out. Top of the 7th inning, 4 runs have scored so far, but Mexico clings on to a 3-run lead here. And that's strike 2.
Ooh, comes back, climbing the ladder here. Now he's got full count. Espinosa right here trying to get the punch out, avoid any more trouble here. You don't want to walk him in this situation, though.
Corfield, having faced Espinosa before, knows what to do. Let's see how he adjusts. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for Corfield.
What
And
a
that is
pitch.
out number 1.
Espinosa climbing the ladder there, coming back from 3-0. Striking out Corfield, have 1 out here. Ground ball here can end this game, or you can turn a double play.
It could. It could end it all right here. But Anthony Anacini making sure that doesn't happen. The left-handed batter from Youngstown, Ohio. Got that one right. Made sure I didn't say the other team. And that's a strike to Anacini. Anthony Anacini, the third baseman for Youngstown, Ohio, facing Espinosa. Takes strike 2 from Espinosa, who is settled in here, feeding a little bit of comfort. He's got 2 runners on behind him, 1 out. Anacini, 0-2 the count. Top of the 7th, clinging to a 3-run lead. Mexico here, trying to stem the flow of runs. That one's down.
Oh, off the bag! Pops on over the diving third baseman. And that's going to be a stand-up double here for Anacini. And this game is still not over, folks. As you got 2 runners in scoring position with Youngstown down by 2. Bringing up their best hitter, Pekatowski, that can take the lead here if he can put one over the fence or just drive in 2 runs with a hit. It's getting exciting here, folks.
As the temperature heats up, so does the action here at Unit Trade Stadium as another run scores for Youngstown, Ohio, and runners in scoring position. The tying runs now await the strong bat of Ryan Pekatowski. Pekatowski has already sent one to the moon here in an earlier game. Can certainly deliver. And he takes strike one from Juan Espinosa.
If you're Pekatowski here in this situation, your whole goal is to just remain calm and not make the moment too big for yourself. All you need to do is get a base hit. You don't need a game-changing one swing of the bat. You just want to let that come naturally to you.
With 2 runners on.
Oh!
And that shot is exactly
That's
what
gonna
they
do
needed.
it, too.
And that's going to do it. That's going to tie the score here. Youngstown, Ohio roars back into the game.
After being down 7, they stay alive. These young men from Youngstown, Ohio, clawing back here in the top of the 7th to tie this game up.
An outstanding smash to RBI hit by Ryan Pekatowski. Wow. The score is tied here at the top of the 7th inning from Unitrade Stadium, 11-11. And the coach, Mundo, walks to the mound to say, Juan, you did a great job. Thank you for your service. We're bringing somebody in to close this out here. Number 19 approaches the mound. Sebastian Gonzalez will relieve Juan Espinosa. Outstanding job for the young man. 11-11. And you could not ask for better baseball on a Sunday morning in Laredo, Texas. Reminiscent of the Sunday leagues that I used to watch when my father played as a young man. Still playing baseball into his 50s. My father loved the game of baseball, God rest his soul. Just had his 104th birthday, heavenly birthday. My father's been gone for a while. Big fan of baseball. Love what we're seeing here. Love what we're having. We're going to stay with you. We're not going to break here as we see the change in pitchers here. Sebastian Gonzalez coming in for Juan Espinosa. Pekatowski knocking that into left field, advancing 2 runners to tie the game here with 1 out. Solid performance for Pekatowski, not only in this game, but this entire tournament. He has been a standout for Youngstown, Ohio. And Mexico doing its very best to keep this game close. Jumped out ahead in the last bottom of the 5th inning, and now is facing a fired up Youngstown, Ohio team who has just tied the game. Want to shout out to our good friend Licenciado Joel Gonzalez, sponsor for the team for Meoqui, Mexico. Gonzalez, an attorney in Mexico. If you ever have legal issues, Licenciado Joel González, muchísimas gracias por patrocinando esta transmisión en vivo aquí en Laredo, Texas, de Pony Palomino Serie Mundial 2025 desde Laredo, Texas, en casa de los tecolotes de los dos Laredos, Unitrade Stadium. Gracias por su apoyo de su equipo y esta transmisión, este programa. Licenciado Joel González. Here we go. Fired up Youngstown, Ohio team gets ready with Kyle Gilson, the left-hander from Youngstown, facing Sebastian Gonzalez. And that goes chopping to first base. And fielder's choice goes out at second, with the first baseman, number 30, Alan Aresmendis, making that play. Gilson is at first with 2 outs, and number 9, Miles Peeler, the speedy, sure-gloved Miles Peeler, shortstop, is at the plate in what has turned out to be an exciting game here. Game number 1, day 3, World Series play. That one's in the dirt, and this time Irving Carrillo keeps it close and in front. That has been the issue for Irving Carrillo. Kyle Gilson now at first. Miles Peeler in the box. Sebastian Gonzalez on the mound. 2 outs, 1 ball. And Peeler takes ball 2 from Gonzalez. Gonzalez is in relief of Juan Espinosa, who gave up a whole slew of runs here in the 7th.
7 unanswered runs by Youngstown. Makes this game really exciting here.
What a game so far. First one this morning. And as the day heats up, so does the action here from Unitrade Stadium. Pony Palomino World Series. Southern Sanitation, our sponsors. Thank you for helping us bring this live stream to you. Free of charge. No paywall, no subscription, no tokens, no nothing. Just tune in. YouTube, Laredo Pony. Peeler takes ball 3.
Oh, looks like they called a balk.
But they're calling a balk on Gonzalez, and as that was explained to us by our standout pitcher, my color commentary cohort here, Jerry Medina III, Trey says that you've got to have a little pause before you release that ball. If not, you're going to be called for a balk. Sebastian Gonzalez not happy with the call, not happy with himself, has Miles Peeler in the box and Gilson at second base. Miles Peeler waits, and he takes a high ball 3. The board not showing the right ball and strike count, but we got it. It's 3-1, 2 outs. Miles Peeler with a runner in scoring position, a chance to maybe take the lead here in the top of the 7th. Youngstown rallying to tie. Gonzalez throws one in the dirt, and it is ball 4. Miles Peeler goes to first. Kyle Gilson stands at second, and into the batter's box comes the left-hander. From Youngstown, Ohio, not the other team. From Youngstown, Ohio, the left-hander Jeremy Haig, number 5. Haig, the right fielder, looking to punch this one through and take the lead. Score tied, 11-11. That one's in the dirt.
Good block right there by Carrillo.
And Carrillo, Irvin Carrillo, keeping that in front of him.
See if Jeremy Hay can keep his
Jugada
hot
muy
bat going.
bien por el catcher Irving Carrillo. Para que no se le pase, como una barda de cemento, no lo deja pasar. Haig here, facing the right-hander Sebastian Gonzalez, and that one gets past him a little bit.
Goes right between the wickets of the umpire there.
Yep. And Haig, the left-hander, will try to up the ante here, as Youngstown has already done what it needed to do first and foremost, and that's tie the game. Now they move to try to take the lead here in the top of the 7th inning with 2 outs and 2 on. Gonzalez on the mound looks intently, winds, delivers, and Haig. That one gets past the catcher, Irving Carrillo.
Ooh, what a dirt ball read right there by the runners from Youngstown, Ohio. As now they're in scoring position with a 3-0 count here to Haig.
Absolutely. And I am tangling here with my rosary beads here in my hand. I just had them in my pocket. I'm not sure why I popped those out, but I see that Haig has stepped out of the box. He's thinking this through. Gonzalez not sure what he wants to do. Picks up the rosin bag. And again,
Oh, they're just going to intentionally walk Haig.
they're going to go ahead and intentionally walk him. I don't think Gonzalez wanted to do that. I think Gonzalez wanted to pitch to him.
I believe so. He wanted to climb back, but now he gives a force out at every base right here with 2 outs. Which, if you're Gonzalez, you have to realize that you also are playing the situation. You don't want to give up a run here. Because if that was a situation where runners on second and third, only plays to first base with the force out. Now you got every base in play right here to make it a lot easier for your defense.
There you go. So Thomas Krapowski back in the batter's box this inning. Will try to add a run here to take the lead. Gonzalez will try to stop him. And that's a ball. Catcher framing that as best he could, but umpire wasn't having it.
As you can see, as the Youngstown, Ohio team in the dugout, all on that top rail watching over in excitement to see what's going to happen here.
Bases are loaded. There are 2 outs. The count is 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the 7th inning, Gonzalez on the mound. Krapowski at the plate takes ball 2 from Gonzalez.
Last thing you want to do here as Gonzalez is to walk in a run or throw a wild pitch. Irvin Carrillo right here is going to have to be a brick wall back there to keep a runner in from scoring on a dirt ball.
Absolutely. What excitement. Glad I don't take any blood pressure medicines or anything else, because this is a showstopper. What a game so far. 11-11 here in the top of the 7th. Gonzalez fires one far outside, and that one almost gets away from Irving Carrillo, who stretched out and made sure that didn't go beyond him. Gonzalez, 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Number 7, Thomas Krapowski trying his very best to maybe knock in that 1 run they need to take the lead.
Or take the walk right here and get it. It's still an RBI for your
That's
for Krapowski.
correct. So only if it's what you want. As he patiently waits, and he walks. Youngstown, Ohio will take the lead here. 8 runs scored in the top of the 7th inning. And I will lose my voice sometime before the end of this day after this great baseball game this morning. The excitement continues in the top of the 7th as Youngstown, Ohio regains the lead after trailing by 7 here in the top of the 7th. With bases loaded and 2 outs, number 4, Noah Troggio, steps into the batter's box, and he takes strike 1 from Gonzalez. Outstanding baseball being played here today. Hot day already, 102 degrees. Hardly any wind blowing, so it is hot down there, but so is the action. Troggio in the batter's box. Gonzalez on the mound, bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the 7th inning, 12-11. Youngstown, Ohio leads Mexico with ball 1 thrown to Troggio. 1-1 the count. 2 outs, bases loaded, 12-11.
These pitchers here from Mexico have been wild this last inning, allowing Youngstown to climb back and take the lead here, putting up 8 runs to go up 12-11 here.
And Gonzalez trying to turn off the spigot, struggling as he puts another one in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. Youngstown, Ohio, seemingly done for the day, rallies in the top of the 7th. 8 runs to take the lead over Meoqui, Mexico. The reliever Gonzalez, unable to stem the tide, now faces Troggio at the plate and delivers ball 3 to him.
Another 3-ball count here for Gonzalez. He needs to really find his footing there on the mound and try to throw a strike here, as he's already gone 3 3-ball counts since entering this game.
Man, what a game.
What a turn of events.
Absolutely.
Mexico in there probably shocked right there, as they were up 7, almost looked guaranteed to win.
Yep. And Troggio now with a chance to add another set of runs.
He went around. Home plate umpire says that's will be full count here.
Yep, and he did say he went around, so it is a full count. So the dream scenario for a batter, full count, 2 outs, bases loaded, and though your team is only up by 1, you have a chance
to put more insurance up on there as you're the away team. You still got to go out there and get 3 outs yourself.
And he does with a walk to first base. So 1 more run will score. Now 13-11 as Coach Mundo makes his way to the mound. Coach Mundo is asking for a closer to come in to try to seal this.
Gonzalez isn't going to be too happy here with this outing. It's not the outing him or his team would have wanted here. But it is what it is. It's baseball. That's the beauty of this sport right here. It's the most unpredictable sport out there in this world, and I believe is the best one.
It's why it's America's pastime. It is excitement through and through. And Gonzalez unable to seal the deal.
Yeah, it looks like he might have sped himself up there, speeding up the game instead of slowing it down, letting it come to him.
Whatever happened, 9 runs happened during that time. So here we go. I believe number 10 is the pitcher. Rogelio Mata has stepped onto the mound. Mata, who is playing who has been the designated hitter, now comes in as the pitcher and is warming up here. What excitement. Want to give a great shout out to Licenciado Joel Gonzalez for sponsoring this game. Gracias a nuestro gran amigo Joel Gonzalez, Licenciado Joel Gonzalez, abogado, con su práctica en México. Si se le ofrece un licenciado abogado, háblele a Joel Gonzalez. This game sponsored by Joel Gonzalez, an attorney from Mexico, Licenciado Joel Gonzalez, and all our fine sponsors at the City of Laredo, County of Webb, Laredo Convention and Visitors Bureau. And though they're not listed on the marquee as a sponsor, you could not put this on together without the help of the Laredo Parks and Recreations Department. J.J. Gomez, Anita Stanley, Tommy Ramirez over there, the trio of exceptional leadership at the Parks and Recs Department, and all their staff that have kept the fields in tip-top shape, provided all the necessary items for this tournament here, the World Series, as well as one for the Bronco World Series at Benavides Sports Complex, featuring teams from Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic and Japan, all playing in the Bronco World Series. Laredo putting on the host show for both tournaments simultaneously. Great job by the City of Laredo and its crews. UISD, Danny Trevino, and the folks over in the Transportation Department, the bus barn, delivering our players to and from the hotels. And here we go. With Rogelio Mata on the mound, bases loaded. Number 3, Maddox Yost, the catcher, steps into the batter's box, takes ball 1 from Mata with 2 outs and bases still loaded here in the top of the 7th inning. And Maddox Yost takes strike 1 to go with 1 ball, 1 strike. Here in the top of the 7th, 9 runs have scored. Youngstown has taken the lead by 2 now after trailing by 7. And Mata winds, delivers, and Yost puts one high to shallow center field. The second baseman looks like he's going to get it, and that will retire the side, but not before the barn burns and the lead changes hands. 13-11, Youngstown takes the lead with Meoqui, Mexico, the home team, coming up to its last at bat. So we're 3 outs away from Youngstown advancing or Mexico climbing its way back and advancing. Two great teams, and we'll take a big break here in between this inning.
For 50 years, Southern Sanitation has been managing the waste disposal needs of the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities, doing its part in helping keep the community clean. Call Southern Sanitation at 956-723-3333 and let us help you manage all your waste disposal needs. Southern Sanitation, celebrating 50 years of service.
And so we are back here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Owen McKenzie on the mound, and Revuelto grounds the first one to first base for out number 1 after an exciting top of the 7th inning with 9 runs scored by Youngstown, Ohio. We come to the bottom of the 7th, last frame. Mexico trailing by 2, 1 out so far. And now, Esteban Renteria will try to keep the dream alive here with Owen McKenzie trying to shut it down. Delivers strike 1 to Renteria.
Renteria had a triple his last time up. See if he can replicate that. Maybe spark some fire for his teammates here.
Absolutely. Owen McKenzie
To Peeler.
gets it to Peeler.
6-3 on the putout. 2 quick outs.
6-3, 2 quick outs here. And the batter, Buelna, coming into the game for the first time. Carlos Buelna, number 59, will step up into the batter's box with only 1 out to go on the dream to make it to the championship game, a shot at the title. Will it slip away or will it continue for Mexico? McKenzie fires strike 1. Oh, if you can hear the excitement in my voice and that of my colleague Jerry Medina III here, you know you're watching a heck of a baseball game. And that's strike 2 from McKenzie.
Down to his final strike here, Mexico. They're going to see if Wedna can stay alive here to keep his team into this tournament.
My goodness. McKenzie winds, delivers. Oh, that one went way over everybody's head.
He really wanted to end it there on that pitch. You can tell he really reared back and you saw that hair. He saw that hair flinging after that hat flew off.
So he's going to hopefully take a breath here and say, okay, I got this. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th end. That's going to be ball 2.
There it is again.
2-2 the count, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 7th, down by 2. Mexico, Buelna, battling McKenzie, trying to keep the dream alive. Swing, and that's going to get through the 4-hole out to right field. And Buelna.
He said, no, I ain't going to be the last out of this game. Keeping his team alive here to bring it to the top of the order.
Keeps hope alive here in Laredo, Texas for Meoqui, Mexico.
Let's see here what the leadoff hitter for Mexico can do. Luis Flores, the center fielder for today.
Top of the order, Luis Flores. Facing McKenzie with a runner on, down by 2. Last out for Mexico.
Oh, he looks like he's in pain there as he took one off, I believe, the upper near his trap area, near the neck.
That hurts, and he's down. He's in pain. Now he's being tended to by the trainers and the umpires. Coach coming to him.
Now here's the training out of the dugout for Mexico. Check on Flores. Hopefully he can get up here under his own power.
Luis Flores, the top of the order. Buelna over at second. Represents the tying run as he tries to recover from that fast pitch by McKenzie that hit him in the upper part of the body. We're trying to see where he took it. He took it right in the shoulder.
Oh, he looks like he's in pain, though. Doesn't want to bend that arm.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that's smart. You can see that hurts. And the coaches from Youngstown, what a class act Youngstown is, coming out to check on the player as well. And the last time they had a player hurt over on second base, Rascon, it was the Youngstown coaches that got there first.
They brought out their first aid kit, showing really good sportsmanship and gamesmanship here.
Absolutely. Character of a team demonstrated by its coaches who come out to check on the opposing team's player. Love to see that kind of sportsmanship here in baseball.
I mean, that's what these tournaments are all about, bringing people together. You are competitors on the field, but off the field, and when it comes to serious situations like that, you got to unite.
Got to tell you, those were the words of our honorable judge, Donald Tijerino, who said it during the opening day ceremonies, that while it's fierce competition, baseball unites us. That's the one thing that makes it America's pastime, is that it brings us all together to enjoy the friendly competition and a good hot dog. If you're out at the baseball field in Laredo, Texas, it's Ringo's Barbecue. Had to plug that one in for my good friends George over there. Good to see Flores up off the ground, walking the first. So Luis Flores, number 27,
They're gonna bring in a pinch runner, it looks like, for Flores.
represents
Oh no, for the runner at second for
for
Buelna.
Buelna.
Oh wow.
Number 7 is, got to see the card here, number 7, Raul Gonzalez. And Owen McKenzie now facing number 55, Julian Rios, with the tying runs on base.
Now that's the hot bat here for Mexico, as he has an inside the park home run and a triple.
This is the hot bat for Mexico.
This is the guy you want at the plate right here in this situation if you're Meoqui, Mexico.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on, down by 2. That ball almost gets away from the catcher, Todd Jones, who still, is it Jones or is it Maddox that's in the...
I believe it's Maddox Yost, because he
Maddox
came
Yost,
in to
that's
pinch
right.
hit for Todd Jones.
So good job by Maddox Yost to keep that in front of him. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. And that's going to be 3. Oh, you do not want this to get away from you.
No, you do not. As
But
saw
we
right
want
now.
the action. We're excited about this baseball game, and so we want the action. Let's see what Owen McKenzie does here, what Rios does, as he takes.
Ball 4.
Yep, and he's going to walk the bases loaded. And here comes the coach from Youngstown, Ohio, to say, what do we got to do here to turn it off?
Looks like he's seeing it out to the outfield to this bullpen and bring in the closer, it looks like. As I saw him point out there. See some movement. And...
Are they bringing somebody?
yeah,
Yep,
McKenzie's walking off.
Mackenzie's walking off, the door opens, and Enter Sandman would be the song we would be hearing from the New York Yankees as Mariano Rivera would be heading to the mound. the closer. And let's see who the closer is for Youngstown, Ohio.
But let's not take away from Owen McKenzie as he came in here to keep this game within reach for Ohio, as they still had to climb back a 7-run deficit.
That's right, and they did. Boy, did they ever. Top of the 7th, they put 9 runs in to take a 2-run lead. And here they are in the bottom of the 7th inning, facing a bases loaded, 2 outs.
Looks to be Cam Huff out there for Youngstown, Ohio, number 25.
Cam Huff trying to put an end to whatever looks like a rally for Mexico.
Yes, Cam Huff.
Cam Huff, number 25, takes the mound with Maddox Yost behind the plate, and he'll be facing Luis Rascon, number 99, here in the bottom of the 7th inning, in a game brought to you by Southern Sanitation, Laredo Sports Medicine, Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, Southern American Live Doppler Radar, and Ringo's Barbecue. What a great game. What great action here at Unitrade Stadium at the Pony Palomino World Series 2025. What a great game for baseball. Now, look at our Doppler radar. It says it's 105 degrees, 40% humidity, and our current wind speed's about 3 miles an hour, so not really much of a breeze out there. All the big fans, and they are big fans, they're in the concourse area, are running as we try to keep the fans cool here. Good shade in Unitrade Stadium's bleachers. Some nice suites upstairs. And Luis Rascon, the left-hander, facing the right-hander Cam Huff, as the tension mounts here. 13-11, 2-run lead by Youngstown, Ohio. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs, bases loaded, and the ball gets past.
Oh no,
Maddox, but Maddox out of his stance, fast to the backstop, picks that ball up, and the runner at third does not want to go.
he sprung out like a cat there to get that ball from the backstop, as it also did bounce off pretty firm off the padding back there as the runner retreated back to third. Cam Huff here in his windup, pitching
One
to
ball.
Rascon.
1 strike. 1-1 the count, 2 outs to Rascon.
Base hit can tie this game right here.
With bases loaded, 2 outs. Cam Huff brought in to close this out, facing Rascon, the left-hander, and that's high into the air,
This might do it
drifting
here.
towards foul territory, but it's in left field, and the left fielder nails it for out number 3, and the unbelievable, the unimaginable for Mexico happens. A 9-run rally in the top of the 7th, and that ends the game for Mexico as the tournament ends here for them. The dream dies here on the field thanks to a Youngstown team that would not quit. Congratulations to the folks from Mexico for a well-fought game. Another exceptional tournament for the team from Meoqui, Mexico. Thank you, Licenciado Joel Gonzalez, the attorney sponsor for the Mexico team. And you got to take your hats off, Jerry, to Youngstown, Ohio. Down 7 runs at the bottom of at the end of 5, battle back, score 9 runs, and win the game.
You really have to. They fought absolutely towards the end, showing a lot of heart out there. Showing what this game is all about. Coming back down from 7 runs to put up 9 and take this win over Mexico, 13-11. And we'll see them later tonight against Taiwan, New Taipei City.
That's going to be the game to watch. New Taipei City and Youngstown, Ohio. We'll be right back in about half an hour for game number 2 of day 3 from Laredo, Texas, Unit Trade Stadium, Pony Palomino World Series action. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed this broadcast, and we will see you soon here at YouTube Laredo Pony. Thanks for joining us.